What's in your BMW?
I have a 3.
It's like a fucking nothing. It's garbage.
Isn't it a 3.3?
It's a 3.3
Language.
with a 5-speed Z32.
No, it's a
so horrible.
325. It's
Whatever
320.
it is.
Yeah,
Stupid.
you have a Z32.
It was great. I
Trent?
love that 325.
Not with the freaking LS and a 3.3
Oh
gear.
no, that car. I'm
That
talking
car,
about the
yeah.
E30.
Oh, I thought you were
The
talking
E30
about.
though. I was thinking E30.
Yeah, the E30.
The E30 is really not doesn't like the 3.2. What was in there? before?
325,
The 325 was the best one. Now it's got a 363,
and it's too short.
and yeah, it's horrible.
It's because
You should-
BMWs their 5 speeds they don't use
They're
an
really-
overdrive, so like all their gears are really
Really
short.
close together.
Yeah.
But yeah, 325 was money, but you can't find those anymore.
I don't know. I'm gonna put the 353 in there because I got the 3.3 in the car
The
now.
highest one you can get cheap is the best one to do.
353.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's where I'm gonna go.
That's what you should do.
But with the I have the Ford rear end. I have the Cobra rear end, so I can
Yeah,
get
you
any gear set.
anything off a Summit for $129.
Yeah.
I know.
That's
So
the reason I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, anything.
yeah.
Literally, you pick
I didn't know Taylor Ray runs the same diff.
Is what
Yeah.
He runs the Thunderbird IRS.
Oh.
Yeah, the Cobra.
in what in the
housing-
Miata?
In the Miata.
The
In the
housing
Miata.
doesn't even matter. Like, you can literally get an Explorer one and then change the diff and change the gear.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, had that been any other car, it would have been a lot easier swap to do. Like if that putting that the Cobra diff in the Z would have been hell of a lot easier
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
because it's almost the same setup, the way it mounts.
He has a
on.
video of how he puts the Cobra diff in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But not-
flying Miata makes like a kit. It's like basically nothing. Like,
Yeah. The E46, the E46, not so much.
Yeah. The
It's
E46
just a little
mission.
expensive.
The E46, but it looks good.
Yeah. After like, a lot of
Massaging.
time. Yeah, it took a long time.
I like the way you massaged my rear end.
Yeah.
You know what?
Are we gonna start?
I think we are live.
I think we're
Ben
live.
is just
Yeah.
like laughing.
Oh, we are live. Oh, we're live.
Oh, he's live.
No, he's just hiding the screen so we don't know we're talking.
Oh.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
I just told the whole world that I like how you saw it massage my rear end.
Like they didn't know.
Well, is your girlfriend watching?
Probably.
Oh man, you're in trouble.
She's probably like right there. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh,
So what
man.
do we got, Ben?
All right,
You
folks.
want some of my nuts?
Welcome
I'm
aboard
good.
to the first episode of the Clipping Point, and what better way to start it off with a guest of honor, world famous Chris Jackson.
All right, ready?
Clap, 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 clap.
Hey, are we live now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we've been.
Been
Oh, I
live.
thought the camera.
No,
No.
Been
So we don't
duped.
get to see ourselves.
Yeah,
Nah,
no.
We do
Yeah.
get to see ourselves. He just hid that from us, so we wouldn't know we're on.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it's hard. I'm first timer, guys. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Get you warmed up.
Yeah.
yeah. So, Jackson, welcome aboard. What's
Thank you,
what's new
guys.
with you?
Well, just busy working on stuff. We got the Sebring coming up. We just got that locked down. So we're
Sweet.
August 29th. We're doing Sebring again, which Sebring's awesome. So we're happy to be back.
And both tracks, right?
Both tracks. We're gonna be doing turn 17 like we normally do, like our comp layout, and we're gonna be doing like inside of 15, 16. They paved again, or not again, but they paved like last year.
Oh,
So we have all that room now. So if you look on like Google Earth, it's not the same. We have like a lot more. So we got 12 hours. We got 10 to 10 hot time.
what time's rolling?
We're only gonna be 8.
It's a competition,
So
or is it
No,
a...
it's just be a fun day. Everybody
Oh,
goes.
sweet.
So you're gonna do a competition?
We're not gonna do a
Yes,
competition. We're just
good.
we're just gonna have like a lot of driving time and a lot
Yeah,
of
that'll be
seat
good.
time, and everybody can dial their stuff in and do whatever they want to do. And we're gonna be doing social distancing, and everybody has to wear a mask and don't share coolers and temperature checks at the door.
Okay, cool.
Everybody has to buy their tickets in advance. They can't buy them the day of. So, it's just we have to keep everybody happy and make sure we're following, being safe, and then we can keep doing it.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Yeah. So Ben and I are ready. We're ready. We got our masks on. So we're good. Everybody else is not complying.
Yeah, it'll be interesting seeing everybody because you go up to clutch kickers and God, there's nobody wearing masks.
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nobody's wearing a mask. It's
There-
yeah, that's crazy.
No, yeah, in that area, and you're right though. That area is really not
Even
hit that hard.
Orlando, nothing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they didn't bring a mask.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anywho,
And in the drivers' meetings, they'll sit everybody on that one bleacher and just right next to each
We're
other.
gonna probably do like a virtual drivers meeting.
you can do
Probably go on,
Zoom.
like Instagram Live or something.
Zoom. Yeah, do Zoom
Zoom or something like
with
that.
100 and some people.
Yeah, we need to do something just to not have everybody come, or we'll do like personal driver meetings. Our tech, we're gonna go, to everybody. We're not gonna start a line and get everybody coming to the same spot. We're gonna keep everybody, safe.
Are you Are you going to? So you did the pre-tech stuff at the beginning of the
Yeah,
year.
so if you're pre-tech, obviously you tech your own car and you hand it.
I'm pre-tech.
So it was like D1.
Oh boy.
pre-tech.
He's pre-tech.
Yeah. So he just rolling in like this.
He looks good to go. So yeah, you just everybody's gonna do their own tech if you pre-tech, and if you didn't get pre-tech, we'll tech you, we'll get you done, and we got a lot of driving time. So
Cool.
no coolers. We're encouraging everybody to bring their own food and drink.
Wait. No coolers.
I mean, I'm sorry, no sharing coolers.
No sharing
No,
coolers.
we're encouraging everybody.
You are gonna die of heat.
Yes, no coolers, no drinks. No,
It's an endurance round.
Yeah, so everybody can bring their own coolers. Everybody can bring their grills, bring everything. We're encouraged this time instead of no. So we'll keep costs down. Oh, and we have discount on tickets. So if you share it on Facebook, it's a $50 off your ticket for a driver fee, and for the first 100 people, it's $5 off their admission for friends, family, and crew.
Friends, family, and crew.
So yeah.
Okay. Now, so when you buy a ticket for friends, family, and crew, do you have to like list the driver that your friend, family, and crew?
No,
with?
you don't have to.
Okay.
You don't have to. Most people are going to be buying it, like the drivers are going to be buying it for their friends, family, and crew.
Right.
So when you add your cart, you'll do it all at the same time.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
it'll most likely be whoever paid for the driver's name like 5 times. So just show up with the person.
And how many people can a driver bring?
Driver's bring as many as we want. So we have a 1,200 people cap on the whole event.
Okay,
So
all right.
we're not allowing more than 1,200 for the whole event.
But it's a big area.
It's a huge venue. Like 1,200 people's like still nothing.
Yeah.
No, I know.
You know?
I remember
And,
when you had that car show and everything, there was still
Oh,
plenty of room.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
It takes about 10 minutes on a golf cart to go from one end to the other.
Yeah.
Just the paddock. Not
Yeah.
the whole facility, just the paddock.
Right.
So, and then we're gonna be using the skid pad, the grassy area over there for spectator viewing or friends and
yeah,
family and crew viewing.
Okay.
So that
Cool.
everybody will be 10 feet apart. There, we'll have hand washing, their hand sanitizer stations set up.
Awesome.
So we're gonna keep it as safe as we can,
Yeah.
so we can keep doing it. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
I went last year, and I mean, of course, it was a different event, but the place is gigantic. It's incredible, and the tracks are like they look like they're really fun. Like
We'll find out.
especially the big tandem track. I mean, you can get
you can be flying.
yeah, you can get a lot of speed.
Yeah, you can fly into that one. It's just like turn 910 on PBR. You can go basically as fast as you want.
Yeah.
Just scrub your speed on entry.
So that's definitely an event to check out.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing hot laps on the other track, the Inside 15. We're gonna make something that we can hot lap and keep fun. And
Okay.
Cool.
We already have a question from Briefy Drifting, who asked, "When should we expect full Sebring track?"
Yeah.
let's see how this one goes. I mean, they're very open to working with us. So I would say, if we're still good, then that could easily be accomplished, at later dates. We also have to have the skill level. Special drivers have to be able to do that because Schlegel and Nick Ward did it, and it's fast. It's really fast to do the whole entire track. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I know. Alex was saying that it was like
flying.
pretty intense.
So yeah, it's definitely a possibility as long as we stay on our good behavior and everybody, the COVID guidelines are thing. There's also like COVID protocol on the US Drift Circuit site that you can go over and see what we're doing to keep everybody safe. So yeah.
That's great.
Actually, now that you mention it, I should go ahead and pop that up.
Yeah, there's still some extras in there that I got today. Like if anybody does get test positive for COVID up to 14 days after our event, you really need to let us know so we can
Let everybody else there know.
make sure everybody stays safe. The no sharing coolers thing, that's a great idea that we want to enforce.
Yeah.
That, like if you bring cooler, keep it with you guys. Don't be having everybody in the world going into
Yeah.
the cooler.
Yeah. Oh, look
Hey,
at that.
Oh, hey.
Hang on, let me cue this up over here.
That's
All right,
funny.
and obviously you're at the US Drift Circuit website. Just go over here to this new tab where you see COVID-19 and you
There it
see
is,
some of the things that Chris Jackson, world famous Chris Jackson, my apologies. I have to say it right. I have
dare
to
you.
say it right.
Yeah. Is that what you printed out for me earlier? That I
Yeah,
didn't read?
yeah. I wanted you to give it a once over. You're like, yeah, it looks good. Throw it away.
Yeah. I was like, why are you?
Hang on, let me.
He's like, I'm gonna print this out for you. I was like, I'm not gonna read it. Why are you gonna print this out?
Yeah.
He's like, no, just take it with you. I left it
Yeah.
at your shop
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's,
with all the other papers.
Is that free toilet paper in the bathroom?
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's pretty detailed, as Chris Jackson was talking about. So definitely anybody that's looking to attend, the Sebring event in whatever capacity, whether you're driving or working as a crew. Definitely go to the website,
And then also, if you
usdresscircuit.com.
click that events tab, that's where the link is for the tickets. So
Ah, okay.
Oh, okay.
you know, it makes it nice and easy. It's usually over there. Usually hit add to cart. I actually have to take that off because we're not adding the cart there. You'll see click here for tickets, and you click there for tickets. It's very easy.
Oh, okay.
What are those names? What are those names?
There
Oh,
was
wait.
his girlfriend.
Oh,
Sarah.
hang on.
Sarah Harrow, is she
Let's-
coming?
let's
No,
rewind.
that's from previous event.
Oh,
Oh.
it's okay, buddy.
No, she
It's okay.
is coming. She is coming. So
Yeah, no,
she's really excited.
No, got a little excited there.
There's my chance. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's your chance. So.
Right.
Okay. All right. So let's go
Maybe
back.
she's not coming anymore. She was until now.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
It's their fault. They hyped it up. I just had to
Yeah.
follow along. But
Yeah, basically you go, you check out, and you once you get to the checkout and you put your credit card information, it'll give you an option to share with Facebook, and then it'll deduct $50 for drivers and $5 for spectators.
Cool.
So it's really really easy. You know,
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Very
Stay
high.
up to
Oh,
date.
and he also said that there's not going to be any tickets. You said they're going to have a.
Oh yeah.
So how's that work with the?
So basically, you're gonna when you check out, you're gonna get basically an IR code, and you can either print it or you can just pull up the email on your phone, and we're gonna just have a phone and we're gonna scan you in, and if you've been in already and that was used, it turns up red for us, so we know we can let you in.
Yeah, you can't screenshot and send it to.
Screenshot it and send it to your friends. And if it wasn't used, then it turns green. It says we'll let you in, and it's really easy. And we'll also have a paperback copy in case we have technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But it looks like the Foat's great. We've been using them. They've been doing the system, so we're jumping on their system, and
Nice.
that's basically what we're.
Chris,
gonna
can
do.
you put the microphone a little bit closer to you, buddy? I know you're.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, okay.
that's better. Okay,
Don't want
thank
to blow
you.
your brains out,
No, that's fine. It's okay.
Maybe you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the first event that they're going to throw? I mean, have they had race events or?
Oh
this
yeah,
is-
so they've been doing events. So we actually we were supposed to be August 22nd. We were supposed to have the Holy Shift event.
Okay.
So
Shift.
the Holy Shift, and it was going to be a 2-day camping festival, like
Yeah.
big music, like a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on. Like we were kind of getting, more of a fun, super late, like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. kind of
Yeah.
event. And then when this all happened, we actually went up to go help them with the 12-hour race.
Oh,
hamster
okay.
race.
Oh, you did do that. You did help.
Well, we drove all the way up there. We slept in the trailer. 6 o'clock in the morning, we're waking up to we're gonna help them park cars and make sure everything, help them run that end of it.
Yeah.
And no one's around. And we're like, this is weird. So we get up and I'm walking to the pits, and they literally, I think it was 15,000 tires in a tent. Like,
wow.
Driving the golf cart, it took a couple minutes to drive past. Like so many tires. They had prototypes sitting on these pallets. They shipped them on, and a lot of really cool cars. And it was a ghost town. And they had big LED boards, like stuff you see in Vegas. Like it
Jeez.
was a really cool thing to see. But I was the only one there. I was the only one back. So then they came up and they're like, we're gonna have to, cancel this one, postpone it. So they did, and basically we had a conversation a couple weeks after that, and we're like, hey, our event, they're like, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen, we basically they wanted to get the races in that doesn't need spectators. So the ones that are just the races that they don't really rely on spectators, like we really need spectators to make our events
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. Otherwise.
Otherwise it would be $800 a driver or something stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
So basically, we told them no problem. We'll postpone our event. Then we got a call, a couple weeks ago, like, hey, we got a spot open. If you can take it and you want to fill it, we can make it happen, and we'll help you guys out. So they helped us out, and
Good. Good.
I did insurance Monday, so insurance is good and done, and now we need to buy some hand sanitizing stations, and we're pretty much ready to go. We won't be doing the drift school, so
Right.
we're gonna
Makes
so-
sense.
Yeah, because you can't have people
yeah,
in
we
and
don't
out
want to have
changing
people in and
helmets
out of the
and
same cars,
Swapping
changing the same
helmets and
helmets.
so,
It's not a good idea right now.
Yeah.
So it'll be for us. That's good 40% of our event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
with what I do for the day. So this should be really, really easy to, as long as we don't have to deal with the social distancing and everybody does it on their own, and we don't have to keep on reminding people. We should be fine.
You should have like cattle prod and you go around and just sting people.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get we'll just get big inner tubes. What do they have there? Something they have for that, right? Social distancing.
Yeah.
hats or
Oh, the
something?
noodles. You still got the
The
hat,
noodles,
the
yeah,
noodle,
yeah.
the noodles. Yeah.
Don't touch my
Yeah.
noodles.
Everybody has to wear one of those. That'll
So
be
that lets you know how far you can get close.
But it's awesome how Sebring is willing to work with you. I mean, considering that our drift events are really spectator based,
Yeah.
you know, and they're still able to do something where you can keep it low cost for the drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
that's-
they understand that. Like they like the drifting. You know,
Mhm.
you know, we go to other places. They don't really, you know, we do tear up the track. We do, you know, ruin the grass sometimes.
Yeah.
So you know, there's really not much of that at Sebring. So
Yeah.
they're way happy, and they're to have something new and exciting.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of Sebring's kind of out in the middle of the
Nowhere.
state, like right in between.
Yeah.
Like I guess it would be like Orlando and Tampa, and us.
Sort of.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
Right.
So you know, like there's not much there. So anything to come, and it's a it's a great track. You know,
Yeah.
amazing track.
It's awesome.
So-
Yeah, I've never been there. The only time I went by it was to pick up a transmission.
It's huge. Like you
Yeah.
don't understand how big it is until you're actually there.
Yeah.
Like it just keeps going and going. I think like this is only the half of it. Like there's still the whole back section.
Jeez.
Right.
And like the hotel, if you get a chance, we're working on the hotel deal right now too. But the hotel is on the track. Like,
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look out your balcony and you're looking at I don't know what turn number it is, but you can
Oh, wow.
watch.
Turn
You
7.
wake out watching cars go by.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, there's an
Yeah.
episode of Top Gear when it was Top Gear,
Yeah.
where they went and they stayed at the track and they woke up there and
Yeah.
saw.
So once that's there, just check the website. We're gonna be having hotel
Mm-hmm.
deals, you know, for 1 or 2 nights, you know, so everybody can stay in a hotel the night before or the night after, so they don't
Mhm.
have to
Yeah,
worry about
that'd be
driving.
Cool.
Awesome.
I just want to go over some of the comments. We got Web Travis saying, "Can't wait for you guys to come back to Clutch Kickers Round 5."
Awesome.
Right.
So,
Awesome.
That's
We
great
can't wait
hear.
to be back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Definitely.
That was
That was an amazing
a
experience.
blast. Everybody was super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that in a moment. But we also have some more questions for world famous Chris Jackson.
Okay.
Nick Rita wrote, "How many drivers coming out to Sebring?" Oh, I don't think that applies to Chris. My apologies. Well, another question from Brief Free Drifting, asking, "Is PBIR not happening again under current management?"
No, we're still working it out with PBIR. They've been like closed and open, and like they've been working with their guidelines. So we're still gonna be back there. We just don't know when right now. I think we had one planned for November, but with everything going on, we just don't have anything solid. So once we know more, then we're gonna announce it. But right now with this whole thing, everybody's kind of up in the air about everything. So.
Yeah.
It's kind of really hard. Like we're supposed to have an Armadale date. That's really not looking too good right now. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. Some people just don't want to even open. You know, some places want to open and they're just their guidelines. They can't. So
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of legality and
Yeah,
stuff
and the
going
county
on,
sometimes
too.
is the county
The
itself.
county, yeah,
it
that's
may
the
not even
Palm
be the
Beach.
track.
Like the county really wants one thing, and I guess some things aren't possible, or
Right.
you know, some things just aren't fair. You know that. You know, they have a huge property also. You know, PBIR's not small. They can put a couple hundred people in there and everybody can be 6 feet away.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah. Easily.
You know, but, you know, it all depends, you know.
Another question from Taxi Garage asking, "Are you renting cars at Sebring?"
No, we would not be doing car rental. It's just not smart to have people sharing helmets and having.
Unless they want to
Right,
rent it for
yeah.
the whole day and just have the car for the whole day, that'd be what, like
Yeah,
$700
that would be death to my cars. It's hard enough. It's hard enough in like a couple laps.
yeah.
Come back with a whole stack of tires underneath them sometimes. You know, I've
Yeah.
never seen a 350Z fly so high in my life.
It's not mine.
I sent the 240 flying into the grass.
Oh,
When
yeah,
I
like,
rented
I
it,
remember
yeah.
that.
4 feet. It's like not even a big jump anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
was-
barely got off the ground.
Okay.
funny.
So, anything else? I mean, what about the cageless tandems?
Yes, there
Was
will
it-
be cageless tandems. Group A will be able to tandem with Group A. We're gonna try to see if we can get that on turn 17. It'll definitely be on the other track. It's most likely gonna happen on turn 17 as long as it's gonna be, you know, controlled. We're gonna be really strict about A guys not tandeming. Like if it's, you know, 5 o'clock and still you're not tandeming in A class or in T class, we're bumping you down to A class. And
It's very similar to how you run PBR. Basically,
Yeah,
it's going to
basically
be
the same
they're going to
thing.
be rotating. I'm assuming.
Yeah, the rotation.
So
So,
it's
there's 2 tracks, there's 3 classes. So we're gonna probably do about 2 hours or an hour each track. There's 2 hours drive time and an hour break, and you'll have way more enough drive time if you're
Yeah.
driving 2 hours out of every 3.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, and then we'll have an open session at the end where everybody can have fun. But yeah, the T guys will drop down if they're not tandeming. A guys, if you're spinning out and you're not safe, then you have to go down to B. You know, it's just, you know, you'll get back up there one
Common
day.
sense.
Just, yeah, just,
Right. Well, sometimes not so common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've seen that before.
Another question from Okami, who asked, "When are you coming to drift in the Bahamas?"
Oh wow.
This is Herb.
Yeah, we tried this. We really still want to do it. So we just got to take the time out and set it all up. And I guess I got to get a hold of one of your contacts and do it because it was looking pretty promising. It's just
Yeah, you were working on that for a while, but that was a couple years ago, wasn't it?
yeah, it had to be a year and a half, 2 years
Year and
ago.
a half,
Yeah. It's still a possibility. We really want to do it. We just got to take the time out and
It's
and
money.
do it. I don't think
Really.
we're even allowed in the Bahamas right
No,
now.
the Bahamas is shut down. You can only get into the Bahamas if you're flying in your own private plane. That's
Like
what
your
my
own
boss
boat.
told me.
Yeah, yeah.
Not even the boats. I think they stopped the boats, right?
Yeah, no, the boat, no,
Yeah.
no boats
Yeah, no
because
boats,
anybody
so-
can go in a boat.
Yeah.
But they considered if you have a private plane, you're probably fine.
Yeah.
You can come in the.
Yeah, well, you know, it's funny. It's funny you mention that. I have one of my customers, millionaire. They flew over there, and it was like whatever, and all 17 of them got COVID, and he radioed. He ordered a helicopter to bring him back. Him and his whole family.
What happened to the private plane?
It was a helicopter. I don't know. I think the private plane.
No, he didn't
was
take a
faster
plane.
to-
I don't think they took a plane.
I don't know. He has a private jet.
He does.
Yeah, he has a private jet.
Threw
But
the whole plane away.
maybe they were planning to stay longer, and the chopper was faster.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Yeah. It's got to be fast. The boats are not very fast.
Yeah. So, but anyways,
So before we move on,
Tell them to let us come back and we'll start it again and we'll
Yeah.
see if we can make that happen.
anything else, Chris, that you feel that we haven't covered
regarding Sebring.
regarding Sebring? Yeah.
No, I think we got pretty much everything. It'll pop in my head once everybody starts talking about something else. You know,
Will you be releasing the track layouts beforehand?
yeah, so if you look at any of our old videos of like Battle of the Bridge, Summer Showdown, we're gonna be running the same layout on turn 17. It should be a little bit bigger, so the back section, that the last like U-turn, I guess that was the last inner zone.
The little keyhole.
Yeah, like little keyhole. That should probably be a lot bigger this one because we don't have to worry about the drag racing going over. So we can give everybody an extra like 10 feet or whatever we were missing.
Okay.
So
It adds up.
Yeah, so the extra 10 feet, 10
Yeah.
feet's 10 feet.
Yeah.
Drift
Yeah.
on tracks, they're 15 feet long.
How is it on tires? Or I haven't.
It
never
wasn't bad. It's not like pavement. It's blocks. So Loctite everything because it rattles everything.
'Cause it
loose, but it's
shakes
not-
your car loose.
It shakes
Oh.
everything in. Sebring is known to shake everything loose, but it's smooth. You don't go through a lot. When it rains, there's not too much standing water.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't rain.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have that.
That
problem.
whole track is just concrete, or
No.
just only certain on the back
What
section.
we use is definitely like it's the same as the paddock. It's like
Yeah.
it's like an 8x5 or 10x5 block. Every
Yeah, it's that back. It's that long straight section
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the end of the long straight.
After
right before
turn
the
one,
bridge.
it becomes asphalt.
Okay.
So and then goes on from
so
there.
it is it is a little, it's not smooth, like it's smooth the texture wise but not smooth driving across it.
Yeah.
When you're flying there's nothing like there's one going out of it. If you hit the keyhole way too wide there's a drop off, like it's a good 3-4 inches that you'll feel.
Yeah, you see the
and then there's
prototypes
another
bounce.
then you're a little bit, if you're really far off you're hitting something, like,
Oh, okay.
but you'll feel it definitely. If you're too far you'll feel it. Yeah,
Good
it's other than that, it's pretty smooth. I mean, the other track where they just paved on the other side, inside 14-15 or 15-16, smooth. Like you're not gonna be going through that much tire. It's
Nice.
pretty healthy on tires.
Good.
Sounds good.
All right. I think we pretty much covered it. Jackson, are you sticking around?
Yeah. I'll hang out for a little bit. I got nothing better to do.
Okay. All right. So let's switch over topics and talk about clutch kickers. We had the fortunate opportunity to be invited to announce at the Ram 4 event, and I got to tell you, it was just a lot more than it came out to be a lot better than what I anticipated. And I actually wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about it, just go over some of the prep work. Let's just start things off. Like, what was your reactions to finding out that you were just going to take part in the whole announcing?
Well, I think for me, I think Ben, me and you had talked about. We watched the live stream and you could tell they had some like issues, and it was more like they were growing so fast, and you could tell that they're trying to keep up with the technology. I don't know if technology is the right word to say it, but that it was just growing so fast in such a short amount of time that they're struggling to keep up. So we had talked about, maybe we'll reach out to them. And honestly, I think when I sent that message to them after round 3, I really didn't. I was like, I'm gonna send this to him. Say, hey, listen, we'd like to help you out, if if possible. I didn't actually think I was going to get a reply. So when I got a reply, I think that was pretty cool. And then when I spoke to Michael Castleberry over the phone, and he just seemed real genuine, real humble, real down earth, and real positive. And he took the time to talk to me I think we talked about a half hour, 45 minutes during the regular 9 to 5 work day. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then he had mentioned that he had somebody else that was possibly lined up. So like we talked about before, you hope for the best, but you don't want to get your hope, you want it to happen, but you don't want to be like, oh, if it doesn't happen, you get crushed, Yeah. So when we did get it, I think I was still not really like, okay, we got it. I don't think it was until we showed up, actually got there in the car and started driving up there. I was like, wow, this is actually really going to happen.
Drive
and
Talking about long drive.
And then drive some more. And then once we got there, especially the day of, was pretty cool, because what you see on the video and how you see the track laid out, when you're there, it's totally different. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And the elevation change.
We were driving through. We came to drive into the entry, and we're like, "Oh wait, shoot, we're on the track. Oh, this is the track."
Right, we're driving. Right. It's a lot smaller. There's actually elevation change, what you don't see, and I think I mentioned that several times on the live stream.
Yeah,
is that you don't realize the amount. It's not that it's like Road Atlanta elevation change, but it is an elevation change for people that, especially from South Florida, are used to dragging their feet everywhere. Yeah. Only hills you come across are the ones going overpasses. So that was pretty cool. It was really cool to go there and meet a lot of new people that everybody was just super positive. Yeah. So I think, it was just cool all around.
Chris, did you have a similar experience when you went to the track for the first time?
Yeah. So like we did the drive, like the big drive.
It's not as bad as Road Atlanta. Road Atlanta's further.
I don't.
A little bit farther.
Yeah, no, it's like 3 hours further.
No, it's not 3 hours.
Yes, it is.
It's not 3 hours. Tim,
No.
it took us 9 hours. And it takes 11
It took us
to
like
10
11
hours.
hours with the trailer, and Atlanta's like 12.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
You're driving a car. We're driving with the trailer going like 65, 70 the whole way.
Atlanta.
It's horrible.
Yeah, but Road Atlanta is an hour north of Atlanta.
No. It's
No.
Northeast.
40. It's
east.
northeast.
Yeah.
Is northeast.
But still, it's like a 12-hour
It's more
drive.
north than it is
It's
east.
still a 12-hour drive.
Yeah, it's a 12-hour drive,
And you
that
get like
was
the
9
positive,
hours.
and you're like,
and that was 9
yes,
hours.
I'm not in Florida. I did something.
This is like you do an 8-hour, 9-hour drive. You're just like, I'm still in
You're
Florida.
still in Florida. Like, he's like, I did all this, and I didn't get out of Florida? Like, how is this possible?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
no. It's the longest
Yeah, so maybe
state
like
ever.
the confidence booster is worth that extra hour for me.
Yeah.
But
So-
Road Atlanta is like probably my favorite track that I've ever driven.
Yeah.
Road Atlanta was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, the same thing. Like we got there and I'm like, okay, it's smaller than I thought. But then you see the cars, and the cars are fast on that
I
little
know.
track.
Oh, man.
I know, they
It's
are.
not
Wow.
like it's a slow track for being small. It's a fast, small track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go any ride-alongs? Or did you drive the track at all?
No. I walked it. You know.
I did get to go ride along with Marco, so that was cool to
Yeah,
see how
it looks like
They're in
really,
third
really
gear.
awesome. Yeah, they're moving. Yeah, they're moving. And some cars, like the S14, supercharged S14, was really moving. Like,
Yeah.
like if that thing was on a huge track, like they're flying. Like,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
Jonathan Nairn's car.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
that
it's
thing's
like-
a
Kevin
monster.
Lawrence's
Insanely
car
fa-
was ripping it too. Right?
Yeah.
His car was fast.
Oh, there was a ton of cars out there that mostly the FD and
Yes.
Pro 2 cars that were
Yeah.
just rocket
moving.
ships.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
But Adam LZ's car was moving pretty good too. And
Adam,
Yeah.
man, well, his chase run against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Talk about throwing it to the wall, man.
Yeah,
He really
wow.
went all for it.
Yeah, he did.
He was on his door.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see that. I know Adam is a pretty good driver, but going up against Chelsea, I thought, well, Chelsea has the upper hand, and honestly, if Adam wouldn't have broken, I think that he would have taken that if both runs would have gone down. So.
Well, no. What was your just backtracking a bit? What was your impression going to the track for the first time, or the whole trip?
Oh, the whole trip. Well, even going back to the announcement that we were going, it happened pretty suddenly for me. Like I was like, oh, we're going in less than 2 weeks, and we
Yeah,
got to prepare.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, so I had to look up all the drivers, get a little bit of info on them, and it was, you
So
know,
that's how he became the kid with all the info.
yeah, that's how
Yeah,
I,
he did all the info.
I'm the
You see
kid with
that
all
in
the info, but I'm not a
Hey,
kid.
That was before they saw us, though, right? They're like,
Well, that was because during qualifying they could never see a picture of us, so all they heard was our voices.
Yeah.
I was the guy with the deep voice that was just reading everything. That's what the comments said. Hey, the guy with the deep voice, you sound like he's just reading everything that he's saying.
Yeah.
And then the kid with all the information, he knew everything.
Yeah.
He had all the
I don't know
information.
how old he is, but he sounds like a kid, and he has a lot of information. It's the kid with information. That's what Noel is.
Then
now.
they see the gray beard and the gut. Not a kid. All right.
You see in comments, oh, he's not a kid.
Oh crap!
But the trip up was fun. We had a lot of fun, especially at my own expense. And it was. But getting to the track was somewhat what I expected to see. But then the elevation change was where I was kind of like, oh, okay. There's a little bit more to it, you know. Like there's reasons why the drivers are driving a certain way, especially on the final transition where they do slow down a little bit, is because they're coming down and they're picking
Right.
up a lot of speed. Yeah. And then the overall driving from the drivers, I mean, wow, I was pretty blown away. Like what level? I mean, granted, there's pro drivers, but even the grassroots drivers, they were very impressive to watch. It was,
It's good to see a top 64 that everybody's linking the track.
yeah, it was amazing.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
And on top of that, you know, everybody was very nice, as Tim mentioned. I mean, like we've had like some like online confrontations, if you want to call it that. And then when you meet them in person, they're like, everybody's like really nice and cool, and they want to keep talking. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to go back if we get that opportunity. And yeah, I'm stoked.
Paul?
Well, I remember when you guys announced it or were telling us through the chat. I said, "Look, guys. I mean, nobody seemed very enthusiastic about it."
Yeah, that is true.
And I'm like, "Guys, this is like we gotta go." And you're like, "No. Well,
It's pretty scary, though.
You're all scared." I'm like, "No, we got to do this. We got to go. We
Yeah,
can't."
you were the one that, and
Yeah.
you know what's funny you say that, because now that brings back when me and Ben were talking, and we had talked, and I told Ben, and Ben agreed, and I was like, well, we can't do July. That's too short a notice. It's gonna have to be October, and I didn't hear back from Mike Castleberry for like almost a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I was like, I didn't want to push it. I didn't want to push it because I was like, there's no way we could do July, because it's already a week and a half away. There's no way we were going to take off work and just put everything together, find a hotel, and just get the show on the road that quickly. So I kind of didn't push it. And when I talked to Mike Castleberry the first time, he was like, well, I have to get back to you on it. So I was like, he didn't get back to me for like a week and a half, I think, or 2 weeks actually. And then we got a Thursday or the Friday, the week before the event. He's like, hey, if you guys are still down to do it, we'd love to have you. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I said that thing, and Paul's like, we got to do this.
I gotta do laundry.
Yeah, we got to do laundry. We got to do laundry, man. We got to do laundry. You don't do laundry. You just buy shirts.
Yeah.
And wear Jackson
It's
shirts.
cheaper. It's way cheaper.
So
What about the lip on the track? That's like a really cool feature that track has that nothing else has.
oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's something they
You see
just
that?
put in there.
Yeah,
The
they
concrete
just put it
lip.
in.
They put a concrete, like a lip.
You don't notice that. Yeah,
it's
you
a
don't-
45-degree angle.
Right, it's
At
like-
just like maybe 4 inches high.
Right.
But drivers, when I was there, they're like, you can feel the thing. You can feel it.
So you know when you're on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like just a cool feature.
They actually probably got to put it a little more in a couple places, because there were a couple places that it wasn't there. And
You know
they dropped
what?
the Tires.
When I saw the first car jump, coming out of that big sweeper at the first sweeper and jump that little jump there,
hill.
I'm like, that was the
Yeah.
perfect opportunity to pave that whole
Yeah.
sweeper right over that jump.
Yeah, Bradley did this to us. Well, we were the car sponsor, Bradley. He's got S14. He launched it like into the park. I thought he was going back to the hotel. I thought he was trying to fly. I thought he was leaving us there.
They got to make a separate
Yeah.
course that goes over the
Yeah, like the
over
Joker lap. Like ever see like the
Yeah,
like,
like
why not
Jersey.
have a Joker lap in drifting? Like, why not?
Well, question for you, Chris. After experiencing the series, has that in any way inspired you to want to have a series of your own, a competitive series of your own?
Yeah, like we were actually. This was supposed to be the year of like starting to have the competitive series, but with this COVID thing, it kind of all fell apart. And I guess we're down here a lot stricter on what's going on than what's going on over there. So yeah, we wanted to have a competitive series, a little, step into that a little bit more. I know like the drivers 2-3 years ago weren't really into it. Now they're really about it. But we're still like, we still have a lot of beginners. Our advanced class is huge, and they need to make the jump up into the tandem class. So like what I see is like we never ever had a competition before, a tandem competition without cages, without suits.
Yes,
like
suits.
everybody suits had to be right.
Fire systems
Everything.
and all
Like
kinds
I
of
remember I bought a suit at Road Atlanta
Oh,
'cause
that-
mine was out of date.
That's the crazy
Arm
thing is I
restraints,
see Taylor
yeah.
Ray. Taylor Ray comes out in his shirt and pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like like if we did that like 3 years ago, everybody else would be looking at, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah, I know.
you can't do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Like,
That's true.
And that's not a thing anymore. Like, no, just everybody looks away. Like, no, it's cool. They're doing it.
When we were, when we used to run county line, people used to say, "Oh, you guys are crazy." There's not enough distance between the people on the wall.
Yeah.
Remember? I
Yeah.
used to get all kinds of like comments. Oh, it's not safe enough. It's not safe enough. And we were really strict on tech.
Yeah.
We failed a lot of people.
I know.
A lot
We
of
failed
a lot
Chris
of
every time he came.
Every time he came. I remember Chris called me one time. Hey Tim, I went to this car, but I don't have a windshield. Is that okay? I'm
I
like,
said, no, Chris.
He was like, yeah.
yeah. I was like,
okay.
do you have a visor in your helmet? And he's like, yeah, I got a visor. Yeah,
Visor.
he didn't, but he said he did. Liar.
Now,
Cut two cars up
Yeah,
and
he cut two.
Yeah, it was two cars welded together.
You cut two
No,
cars.
that
Oh,
was-
hey, what's leaking on your car? Oh, it's just water
It's
because it
water.
sits outside.
It's on fire.
Yeah.
The water's on fire.
The water's on fire.
It was fuel the whole time.
After
you overfill that fuel cell, it tends to leak a lot.
like halfway through the
I can
competition.
say that now.
I'm like, he's still leaking water. That's a lot of water. I said, somebody smell that. And he was like, it's gas. Oh, it's gas. And of course, he knew the whole time. He kept telling me, no, it's water. I was like, no, Chris, it's gas. Oh, yeah, I filled it up too much.
One of like the media guys like yelling like, you're on fire. I'm like, yeah, I know. I didn't know it was literally on fire.
Yeah, literally.
I forgot who was in the car with me. Like jumped out like running.
Oh, man.
I'm like, yo, he said we're on fire. He's like, no, we're literally on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you're killing it. You're on fire. Yeah.
No.
so Chris, real quick, I mean, now that you're thinking about going into making competitions and things around Florida like that, would you say that maybe in the future, near future, farther down the road, maybe you'll do like a Pro 2 licensing series?
Well, like we've tried in the past. We've tried to get answers, and there's just a lot of stuff going on with that. So I
Yeah.
mean, if it happens, it'd be great. But like the guys at Clutch Kickers, there's not very many of them that's Pro 2 quality cars or safety standards to make it up there. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to. Their standards just aren't. That's why all these guys are out there competing, because they can now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if we like I said before, like we did that years ago, we couldn't get away with it. You
Right.
know, like everybody else, like the Orlando guy, everybody, I can't believe you're doing that. Like we kind of all have an agreement on like what goes on. Like, cars should all have cages if you're tandeming. Then, we slacked off on that on the slower speed stuff
Yeah.
on like the kart track, and
Right.
Orlando allowed it on their
Skid pad.
skid pad. So now it's kind of going the opposite way.
Right.
in
A
a
little
way.
more lenient.
Yeah, on everything. So I mean, like, how many cars do we really have in Florida that could do a competition and have their
pass
cars
tech.
that would pass tech?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, I mean, that should be kind of an inspiration to the viewers to step up their game a little bit.
there's
maybe.
no reason to anymore.
But
There's no reason to anymore.
Well, all right, true. Well, but I
Yeah.
mean, if they do aspire to,
Well, like before, you used to be like, okay, I'm going to get a roll cage. I'm going to move up into the tandem class.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you don't need to do that anymore.
that is true.
You don't need to
Yeah,
buy.
we never. I don't think we ever let tandem with the cage, did we?
On the skid pad, we did.
On the skid pad.
But that
yeah.
was like
It's very
second
select.
gear.
Yeah, but it was like you had to be like
Yeah.
one of the people. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the people
Yeah.
that we knew. Or,
Yeah,
you
that
know.
could do it. Like you weren't, and back then we're talking about driver fields of 30, and you knew everybody's first name and their girlfriend's
Yeah,
name.
exactly.
You know,
Right,
like,
Yeah.
right.
it was everybody knew what they were capable of. No one was just trying to jump into tandem class back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
That like, I never met this guy before and jumping into tandem class.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
we had a good idea, and even towards the end, like we started getting really big at the county line days.
Yeah.
Like it was 60 something
Yeah.
at the last tandemonium.
Yeah, I think so.
Like I think it was 67 or it was
Yeah,
high
it's a
60s,
lot
I
of cars.
believe.
Yeah.
For trying, it was
For
a
a
lot.
little-
It was
for a
a lot.
little trying
But
track.
still, like we knew everybody, and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you knew who was tandemable.
The scene
like,
was smaller.
yeah, everybody knew who could tandem and who couldn't tandem. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think OSW. I mean, OSW probably sees so many different people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now with they're pretty much doing events every week.
Yo, yeah.
The
So-
private days,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, it's great. And that's another thing. We are going to start doing like more private rentals at Sebring. So
Okay.
if if people are interested in doing a private day at Sebring, then that's a possibility now too. We're still working on what dates are available, and it's all dependent on what's going on the track that day. But
that'd
yes,
be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
The skid pad at Sebring was huge, and they also have like the sprinkler thing. So if you wanted to do some like wet,
Oh,
runs
really?
For some reason,
Oh.
Oh,
yeah, they have it
nice.
right in the middle of the skid pad. So maybe I should.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, Chris,
So that'll be an option soon.
will you consider like a similar set of rules? Obviously, with everyone being so lenient in regards to cages, will you consider a similar set of rules if you were to do a series?
I mean, a series like if we use like PBI's road course, that's way too fast to be sending cars out without cages.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
The
like,
road
no
course.
way. It's scary being in a car with a beginner without a cage, just like trying to give them basics because they all feel like they have to go so fast, like for no reason. Like you don't have to be doing 100 miles an hour to drift. It's not like, and it's scary getting in the cars with beginners. So Sebring road course without a cage, no, another place that's too fast.
That makes sense.
So like, it would really be venue dependent and like speed dependent. Like obviously everybody wants to go as fast as they can. Like if you have an option to drift at 100 miles an hour, you're gonna go 100 miles an hour. Or you're gonna go as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So like, it would depend on the track, and if we could set up a layout that would be a happy medium and be safe, then yeah, it's a possibility. But like doing a competition without a cage at our venues is probably not gonna happen.
All right. Thank you, Chris,
No
for
problem.
that information. So going back to the competition, damn, I'm just trying to think because there was just so much that happened at the
Yeah.
Checkers, but we sort of try to get ourselves situated with what we had. Luckily, we had Noel with all the information to try
Yeah.
to figure out.
That was hard, man. It was like
Especially thrown into the fire.
thrown into the fire. There was we didn't have like
Trial
a
by fire with Ben.
Oh, gosh.
all we had was names, and some of the cars weren't right on the names, right? So
Yeah, somebody
like even
switched up
Kevin
their
Lawrence.
cars.
So I only knew some people on these cars and their names, but Noel went out there and really tried to figure out everybody's name, and what their car was, and try to get some background on it. But it's still very hard
Yeah.
to figure out who we were talking about. But by the end, I think, Noel, you had it down packed.
Yeah, I
By
got
the
to.
top 16, you had it
Well,
down
he's the
packed.
kid with the information.
But no, I mean, but I couldn't.
Knowing the drivers in their cars.
No,
what they're doing.
not only that. The one more time thing.
Oh, the one more.
Is that a subject on the talking list?
Well,
The one more.
well,
time.
So what what they were saying up there is we started it like this and we're gonna finish.
That was a great idea. I mean, yes.
So, but
I think it's a great idea.
No. I think it's a great way. They started it this way. They're going to finish it this way. We'll change.
They're
it
not going to
next
change
year.
rules halfway
Yeah.
through the season.
I mean, it's a great idea.
So,
That makes
but I
sense.
think that's something they're going to change next
Yeah,
year.
I really-
I think they kind of, if you watch, we posted up the drivers meeting videos for the qualifying drivers meeting and the top 32 or
The
top
top 30
64,
Top 32, yeah.
top 30, whatever the other drivers meeting. So
Yeah.
you can see what the judges and the questions the drivers had, and Michael Castleberry addressing some of those concerns. And he kind of said, "Hey, listen, we know we got to change some things, but we're just going to ride out the storm and we're just going to get through it." I don't think it's too bad, and the reason why is because there's some strategy to it.
If I was a judge, I'd be like, "Can we? I think I need one more time. Another one more time.
You can do that.
One
but
more time. Okay,
but it
yeah.
adds-
One more time.
It adds a strategy to it because the higher qualified can choose to lead or follow.
Yeah.
So you can kind of say, "Listen, I already know this guy's kind of slow, so I'm going to lead."
Yeah,
So I'm
I
gonna
didn't know
pull
that
away.
part of
Yeah.
it.
Or this guy, I know his lines off or whatever. You have a good spotter, can get this information
Yeah.
that I'm going to follow him because I like to follow better. So I kind of actually I don't
you know what-
totally dislike it, but I'm not driving it either.
It's confusing to me. It's like, how do you weigh a lead run against a follow run without anything to compare it to?
It's not really a lead or follow. It just comes down to the one run.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't compare it to how the other guy did it anymore.
Well, I
'Cause at
don't,
least they switch. Be okay. Well,
I'm
his
with
lead-
Chris on that.
You
I'm
know,
with
like
Chris.
you're really comparing it to nothing.
well, I
like-
understand where you're coming, but what I'm saying is it just
I think it was.
It's like comparing A to nothing.
I think the reason they did that is try to cut time. They're trying to make it quick event, and
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you right now, they make the quickest, smoothest
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
event.
Oh yeah, we didn't have
Far
much
as
when we were there too.
getting the
Nothing.
competition done, it's
Yeah.
right like that. Doom, roll.
yeah,
They don't
Yeah.
waste
keep
no
the
time.
schedule right. They keep the schedule right on. point.
They roll the next guys right away. They don't drag it out.
Yeah.
And when they clean the track, it's clean. They clean the track real quick.
Yeah.
And get it. I mean, how many oil spills did we see during the competition? That
Three or
really
there
four.
was a
Some
few.
power steering. Spill.
Power steering fluid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
There was the power steering. There was
There was oil,
a
I think,
diff,
a
I
diff.
believe.
yeah. Diff
Yeah.
transmission. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Well, I understand the whole concept of trying to save as much time as possible, but I also see how it's a little unfair to the person who's not choosing if they're going to lead or follow. If they are going to go next year to the actual full one more time with both runs, I mean, maybe on the top 64, do the actual one more run instead of the full one more time, due to the fact that it's 32
Well,
battles.
the thing
you
about
know?
them is that they didn't. I mean, how many one more times did we have, or one more time?
Not really many.
It wasn't
Do we
many.
Yeah, they're most of them are pretty cut and dry. Who won?
Yeah,
And who lost.
especially in 64.
Yeah.
You got one going in 64. Like you're not like.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the that they actually battle for fifth, fourth, and third?
That's cool.
I
mean,
think that's
like,
cool.
Yeah,
right?
that's cool. And I heard him talking about like paying all the way to top 32 one day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Who does
Man,
that?
Like who does not want that? You know.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, no,
Right.
Mike Castleberry seems like he's very much it's not money driven. He's just trying to get the drivers the best experience that they can.
Yeah.
From based on what talking to him and listening to him.
Well, not only that is because
his actions.
Yeah, and FD went the opposite way. Like there is no battle for third,
Yeah.
right? It was just
No,
the
yeah.
higher qualifier gets third automatically.
Well, FD
Yeah.
would take. I mean, God, if they had to do that, then they would need like 4 days.
Yeah, but
It'll be interesting to see him do 2 rounds in a weekend.
You can run a whole other event in the downtime.
We know how much Sim loves his downtime.
That's why I like, and that's anybody that's known me long enough. When we used to run events, I hated downtime. One, because as a driver, I know the drivers want to drive as much as possible, and as a spectator, you want to see driving because that's what you're there for. You don't want 2 hours of downtime. I mean, I get why FD probably sets that up so people can go see the vendors. I kind of understand that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of reasons.
There's a lot of reasons, but still, it's like, man, with the clutch kickers, it was just like boom, 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 action, action, action. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, with how FD is like they have to also, the sponsors of the event also need some airtime, so their commercials need to go up. The spectators, like you said, have to go to the vendors, so they almost create airtime. Anyway, yeah. So they create airtime or downtime just so these things can happen.
Or do they? Is that why they do it? Or they just?
there's a lot to it.
Oh, you know more about the
yeah.
You were crew chief for Jeff Jones.
For Jeff, yeah. I think there might be other reasons involved. Like,
Somebody said that like Jeff Jones would be is like the pro Chris Jackson. You guys are like identical, but he's pro. And
Jeff's an awesome dude. It's
yeah,
fun.
I know you
It's-
guys are like
it's
two
so-
peas in a
it's-
pod. I'm kind of jealous.
You are jealous. Not kind of. You are jealous.
Good thing you live far away.
Yeah. Maybe.
What? That's funny.
Yeah, no, but what about this year? FD is going to be doing 2 rounds in one
Are they?
round.
Exactly. How the
Are
hell are
they
they going
though?
to get
That's
on
the
that?
schedule that's released
just-
as of right now.
When's first?
September 4th, 5th.
Yeah, St. Louis.
Something
St.
like
Louis.
that.
Round 1 and 2 is that same first weekend.
Yep.
Well,
And then the next event will be 3, 4, and then so on until they complete all
3,
8
4,
rounds.
I think we do Dallas, then Washington, or Washington, then
I
Dallas.
haven't even
and
looked
then
at it
Owendale.
because
Uh,
I don't know. If it's
I
gonna
forgot exactly the order, but I mean, but it's gonna be interesting because at least on Fridays we still get Pro 2 as well. So it's gonna be fun to.
I can't imagine. I mean, they're going to
the
have.
cars are
much-
going to be
it's
beat up.
so
Are the
much
cars
work.
going to be able to handle this?
Well, it's, as I've mentioned this before, where I think that's gonna be the battle of the best and most prepared teams. So it's gonna
It's going to be a lot of work.
Well, for you,
I'm thinking about like how much we do a week. Wait, we got to do that 2 weekends in 1 weekend?
Yeah.
How's this going to happen?
yeah.
I
So
don't know.
Yeah.
lots of spare parts.
yeah.
And like hopefully we get the same amount
That's
of
the thing.
practice. You know?
How many guys are going to make it to round 2?
You can't get the same amount of practice because there's 3 days usually for one event.
But like
4 actually, isn't it? Because Thursday is.
Well, there's a media
yeah, there's
day,
like
there's a
3
practice
extra money
day.
you could practice.
sometime Wednesday also. You know, depends on what's going on.
Exactly.
You know? It's we gotta do what we gotta do, but it's like
Yeah, it's
you
gonna
know,
be it's
getting
gonna be rough.
practice is like 5 runs, if that.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be like Pro-Am.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Oh yeah, you remember? Yeah, like we get all the way up there, hour and a half, 60 cars or whatever.
Right.
Like okay,
2-3 runs and
then
now
like
compete.
of course, the first 5 guys go off the kitty litter for 20 minutes each one.
Yeah.
You know, what if I don't think they're gonna do this, but what if on the second round of the weekend they switch up the track and go backwards or do something else?
I think that'd be sick.
Look
That'd
upside
be
down.
cool,
What about
but
upside down
it'll
at
throw
all?
a wrench in everything.
I think that would be awesome if they did something cool like that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
What about upside down?
We need a Formula One aerodynamics for that. So
Let me ask you guys, what about the interviews? I mean, were you excited to do that? Were you
You know-
surprised by some of the interviews?
Oh, you're talking about
How's
clutch-
your experience with that at Clutch Kickers?
For clutch kickers, I thought it was really cool. One, to connect some people we don't. Well, like Chelsea, we don't ever really get to see Chelsea, and you've known Chelsea for a lot longer than I have, and
Yeah,
I
Chris
haven't.
too.
I've never really, yeah, and Chris, yeah, you guys known each other a long time. So for me, I've only talked to Chelsea a handful of times, and it's usually other people around. I went to his drift clinic a long time ago with Rich the Burger whatever you.
The Bear
The Burr. The Burrs. So it was cool to sit down with him and be able to have that conversation and dialogue. It was I don't know, it was cool. I enjoyed it. I'd like to do more. I mean, we didn't get to talk to Taylor Ray, so I'm hoping next round.
We talked to Adam right after he just blew his transmission,
Yeah,
so we kind of
yeah.
took the
So
gusto
some
out of
time-
him.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
some of the timing was kind of maybe off, but really enjoyed the Marco and Alex Schlegel
Yeah,
coming.
I did too.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It's cool to see 2 guys battle it out and then come in and talk about it right after.
Right.
That's
So,
pretty cool.
That's my take on it.
I feel like it was like a post-fight press conference.
Yeah.
Like, they just come over and it's like, well, what happened? I mean, how do you feel? Well, what are you looking to do next? I mean,
Yeah.
where do you think you went wrong? Something like that.
Yeah.
So that was definitely great. I mean, I don't know how was Noel's reaction to it. I mean, especially with.
Well, Sarah Harrow wasn't there, so it was,
yeah.
It was okay.
it was okay.
No, I mean,
It was all right.
He was more when Chelsea was there. He was
Well-
getting excited.
well, actually, I mean, I barely said anything. I mean, I asked 1 or 2 questions.
Didn't you rub his hand? I think you did that to him while he was.
Yeah, but that was off. Like that was off camera. That was off
what
camera.
was that again?
He did that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh boy.
no.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, no, I mean, I asked a few
Sarah's
questions.
definitely not coming to the event. After that, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh
funny.
God, there goes anything.
Oh man. That's
So
funny.
anyway, I mean, I didn't really talk to them very much. I was actually paying attention more on like what's happening on track and whatnot, so that way we wouldn't get sidetracked.
Yeah, he was
compared-
good at keeping us on point. Guys,
So-
guys, the girls are going.
Yeah.
Using his hand signals.
Oh boy.
Oh God, that was anyway.
That's
Stop.
funny.
Anyway,
Well,
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Yeah,
It was
no,
it was cool to interview those guys and see them and I hope to get a lot more guys if we're coming out there next time.
more
Hang
guys.
on, give me a moment here. I just want to.
Well, more drivers, I
Yeah,
guess.
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we should get
Like I
Katie
said,
Kits.
Oh, wait.
When you get to meet people and you get to
Yeah.
interact with the drivers,
Oh,
and
God.
the sponsors, and you get to build that relationship. And it's just a really cool thing to see.
Okay, hang on. Hey, can I explain? Can I?
Oh my God, the face!
Oh man.
All right.
I'm just thinking, how did anybody think that was a kid?
Can I explain what was going on there?
Oh, anyway, do it again, play by play. Give me the audio. Like, play it again. Like, I want to hear him explain this while it's going on. Yeah.
What you do differently next time?
All right. No, next time I'm gonna be loud about
Whoa,
it.
you look like you're airbending.
When you
Yeah,
get to
well,
meet
that-
people and you get to
so anyway,
interact with the
I'm trying to tell
drivers
Ben like,
and
hey, I
different
need to see the
sponsors
rest of the
and everything,
bracket
you get
because
to build
we
that
only had a really
relationship,
small
and it's
section of the
just a really
screen.
cool thing to see. I mean, I met him
So
a lot.
instead of being loud, and like, hey, stop right there while everybody else is talking. You know what?
Why are your eyes like rolling back into your head?
Because I'm getting like I'm trying to tell him like, what are you doing? Why are you going so far? Anyway, whatever.
Oh, that's
Yes.
great, Ben.
Look it in right there.
That was good. That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, you missed. We need the part where.
Luis Bras against the number 16 qualifier, Luis Lazardi.
Lewis is against Kevin.
Yep, Luis versus Luis.
This was yeah.
Again?
Yep, again, a lot of Lewises here. So then we got.
How that happened.
Oh man. Okay, we got Smack in the face.
Okay, that one was really funny. I got it.
Oh, man, that's how he gets out of it.
I hope that doesn't set the tone for the rest of the day. So then we got.
Okay, if there's any comments on that, let's get this out of the way, please.
Oh, man,
I'm not
that was
enjoying
good.
this at all.
Oh, I can't wait to round 5. What's gonna happen?
The paper slap was funny, but I'm gonna be a lot more conscious about it next time. Though.
You sure about that?
I hope so.
I'm lightheaded right now. Oof.
Oh man, yeah, I almost fainted.
Yeah. Yeah, Captain
man,
Ben,
that is cool.
he's at the helm.
So,
Oh,
yeah, no, I mean the interviews were great. The driving action was great. Just got to get a lot more drivers interviews. I think we kind of need a pit cam too, like somebody to run out there find like so we can get a pictures.
Our
of the-
Wrangler.
Yeah, but we need to actually
Yeah, what's
throw
the
that
story?
onto the live stream.
What's the story with the Wrangler? How did that come about? No? Can you elaborate?
Well, our Wrangler goes by the name of Gabriel Jordan. If you want to follow him on Instagram, you look up Some Random Ninja, all one word. So he was like, hey, I want to tag along to come up to Clutch Kickers. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let me talk to the guys. They're like, yeah, he could come along. But we were like, hey, for the interviews, we need somebody to go out and get the drivers.
Yeah.
So we were like, we do have an extra guy, and he became our driver wrangler, and that's why we call him
It
that.
was great to watch from home too.
yeah.
Wrangler, like
Yeah.
there he is. I see him.
So, but he also became our photographer and wrangler, so he was
Yeah.
just running all over the place. I
And our information, like when there's something going on in the pits, we would send them
Yeah.
over to
Yeah.
say,
Check it out.
Yeah, what's going
wrangle
on?
us some information, please.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That was good.
that's-
Yeah, it was very helpful and very. We were very appreciative of his work because
Yes.
you really helped fill in a lot of the blanks.
because we all know that I would probably would have.
That was a position that we didn't know we needed.
You know, and that's true because even once we did the qualifying, didn't announce the qualifying, he came back. He's like, you know, you guys should, what about this? Or you guys should probably do this different. Or this is what I think. You know, I watched it, and this is what I came away. So he was able to give us feedback
yeah.
on
what
what
we
we were
needed to
doing,
do,
and what
yeah.
we should do better, and
Yeah,
you know.
very helpful, very helpful. So I mean, yeah, thank you very much, Gabriel, or some random ninja, whatever you want to be known as.
Well, that's the thing that we definitely need. So you know,
Yeah.
if he's not coming next time, we're gonna have to figure out how.
Oh
we're
no,
gonna-
he's coming.
He's coming?
Yeah, he's coming. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, but he might be driving next time though, because he's going to go up to one of the.
He's gonna drive the competition.
Yeah,
Really?
that's what he wants to. He's going to go up. He's going to drift the next fun day, and or the next one. Or there's 2 fun days in between now and the next event. So he's going to drive one of the fun days and see how he does. And I think he wants to compete. So we'll see.
Maybe if he's not, then yeah, we already know. Well, he's coming up anyway, and
Yeah, but he'll be driving, so we're not going to, you know,
I'm gonna sabotage
his car.
his car, and like so that way he doesn't even qualify,
You're
and
not
then he
supposed to
can keep
announce-
working.
You shouldn't announce that.
It'll be
Yeah.
easy. It's a 350Z,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it won't take
Thank
much
God you're
work.
not on camera.
Yeah, I know.
I got a question, Chris. Sorry, I mean, don't mean to veer off, but it says, Chris, have you figured out how media is going to work out? This is from Riley Gruber.
Okay, so this is back to.
Yeah, so media, for now, what you can do is just email Chris at usdriftcircuit.com. I will respond. It just won't be soon, so it'll just sit in my inbox. Most likely, we're going to give you a coupon code, and you'll just go in, and you'll have another section on the phone just so we can track our media. And it will be limited. You know, I think we're only going to have maybe 10 media. We're limited amount of people on the property, so, you know, we'll send the email, and we'll get back to you. So everybody we know will be fine, though. You know, like the newcomers is probably who we're gonna have to turn away. So
All Alrighty. Paul, did something happen on the way up? I don't mean to go back, but with your vehicle?
With my vehicle.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
What happened?
the windshield wiper.
Oh, the windshield wiper flying off. Ejecto windshield wiper.
Yeah. And I was driving.
You were driving?
I was driving, so my night vision is horrible. I get a lot of glare. So raining at night is even worse.
Okay.
And so it was approaching the evening, and it started pouring. So it started,
How'd it go?
How's it going?
How'd it, there. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's going to be a replay. So, yeah, and of course it was on the driver's side. So driving through the rain, thank goodness he had a lot of Rain-X on the windshield. But, yeah, I had...
That wasn't the first time it's happened to me. That's why I have a lot of Rain-X on the windshield. And as a matter of fact, I was driving the car the other day. The passenger side flew off. Oh. So thank God I had that buy one, get one free from O'Reilly's when we went there. Because I was able to put the other one back on. So, yeah, no, I don't know what that car, what about it is. It loses wipers.
Paul, didn't we also meet some interesting characters along the way up?
Yeah, I'm driving a haze on this whole
All
thing.
right, so-
Are you serious?
Yeah, we stopped at a rest area to go use the restroom, and
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that guy.
yeah,
That guy,
it
Oh,
was,
man.
I don't know what was up with this guy. First thing he does as he gazes upon Paul is ask,
How tall are you?
"How tall are you?" And I was just like, all right, I guess tall. I mean, Paul, not tall, but Paul is a tall guy. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then, like, without saying anything else, he just points at the
He's
bathroom.
just pointing like this.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay.
I was
He
creeped
didn't
out.
say anything else. Yeah, how tall are you? I say 6'6". He goes this way. He just points.
Well, that's
I'm
the
like,
tall section.
I'm like, is that the tall section? Is it,
Yeah,
like,
oh,
what,
6'6",
what are-
okay, you go over there.
like, we're both meanwhile stopped because we're like, what the hell is he doing?
What's going to happen
No,
next?
the best.
gonna happen?
The best thing is he's like pointing really slow, like going
Yeah.
like this, and
Yeah.
I'm here like, anytime now, just let us know where we're going. Like,
And then we realized what he was doing was showing us where the bathrooms were.
yeah, I was like,
There you go.
okay.
He's
So it
helping
was-
you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I just think I want to take the opportunity to thank. I mean, there's just so many people to thank. I mean, most importantly, Mike Castleberry for just giving us the opportunity. I mean, I think this is just. I'm still in disbelief that it actually happened. Very thankful that he gave us the opportunity to just go out and give us to do this. And I think it went well, a lot better than what I expected. I also want to thank Matt Stone from Stone
Yeah, we
Sharp
made-
Images. He took care of the whole live switching, the streaming aspect of it. All we had to worry about was just doing commentary, making sure we had the drivers' names right, and making sure everybody was well informed as to what was going on. So it really took a lot of the headache and the struggles when we do our own live stream away from us. And he ran into some issues, but he was very diligent in trying to get all of that sorted out. And I think it showed in the product that you saw at the event. Obviously, there's still some minor issues that needs to be worked out, but
Yeah, some people think that like he's not like they're not working hard on it. That guy is working hard.
There's
Yeah.
no way
Yeah.
to do
To
that
make-
and not
make-
work hard.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those guys are working really hard to make that thing as smooth as possible. Live stream as good as it can be. So when you see something like that, like a mistake with the camera, trust me, that guy is doing everything he can to make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, the thing
I
is,
mean-
people are going to complain about anything. They'll find something to complain about.
Yeah.
That was a good thing. Nice thing about them too. The staff is everybody that we met from Clutch Kickers was super cool. They were super supportive. I mean, because we're right off the bat when we started, we were getting negative comment after negative comment after negative comment, and I was just looking at this. I'm like, oh, this is this is over before it ever started.
Yeah.
And those guys were just like, no, you're doing great, keep it going, and it was the big positive boost. And
Yeah.
then we had we had made some new friends too.
We did.
You know?
Yeah, we made a lot
Matt
of
Stone's
friends.
a really cool guy, and
And his family, he's got that cool little bus that he converted into he lives out of it.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
out.
go inside, it's got wood floors. I mean, he converted into like an RV. It's really cool, nice inside.
And they were very accommodating. They gave us our own tent. We didn't
Yeah.
have to worry about having a tent.
Yeah, that was great.
yeah, we were really worried about Noel because he kept talking about like, oh, I'm gonna pass out.
That place is closer to the sun or something. That place is ridiculous.
It was
How are you
hot.
that far north and it's that hot? It makes no sense.
Well, it's
But the
also,
nights are cooler.
Yeah,
you know,
but
it-
during the day, like I felt like we were like really close to the sun. So hot.
But speaking of how hard they work, you also got to realize that at that area, there's the internet service is pretty hard to get. I mean, it's just it. You know,
It's in the middle of nowhere.
you're in the middle of
And
nowhere.
everybody's uploading stuff on their phones, so it's drowning out the tower and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
that's the next thing.
the
Is that
bandwidth is getting killed out there.
you're in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's one of the tracks that really is in the middle.
Yeah,
of
they don't
nowhere.
even have 4G
Yeah.
yet over there.
And they don't have a sound ordinance, so that tells you right now
Yeah.
there's no like
There's nothing
they
there.
could drift all night long
Yeah,
and there's
nothing there.
nobody's worried.
Yeah, so-
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of it until
I mean,
Let's
there's a
Kickers.
gigantic cow pasture right next to it. That's all that's there.
Yeah,
Really
Nice fence, yeah.
Really nice
See
fence,
the
I
nice fence?
Yeah, I'm like, how much did that guy
Yeah, you guys
spend
noticed the fence,
on all
yeah.
that fence?
Every morning you go back, you're like, it's a really nice fence.
Yeah.
That guy makes a lot of money on those cows.
Yeah.
I mean, God. Yeah.
That's crazy. Tim, anybody you wanted to thank?
Well, I just obviously all the staff, clutch kickers, Michael Caspary for trusting us to come out there. He didn't know us.
Yeah.
To say, hey, listen, I should send him a couple of videos of what we did, but you don't know what type of personality is going to come out. You don't know how they're going to
they're gonna
represent
say.
an event that you putting your heart and soul into. So having the faith in us to come out there and trusting us to go out there, be professional,
Yeah, live too.
yeah, live. Who knows what we could say and just, but yeah, basically Michael Caspary, all his staff, Matt Stone for sure, because the way you and Matt were like, you guys worked together so well. You guys were on top of everything. So Matt was very easy to work with. And then at the end of the event, when their staff came up and they gave us high five and told us how good it was like, it's encouraging because this is something that we like to do. We get together at the house and we go to the U.S. Drift Circuit events and we do it, but we know everybody there.
Yeah.
So we're comfortable, right? So we have that comfort and that relationship with everybody. That
Plus, we've been we've all been in drifting for a very long time.
in the South
in,
Florida
in the
area.
South Florida area.
Right.
We go up there, nobody knows who the heck we are.
Nobody knows who are these guys. People watching us all around the country. They don't know who
All
we
around the
are. They
world.
don't know if we have any experience in drifting. They don't know us. So for Mike to give us that opportunity, I think that was definitely a big shout out to Mike and his whole team and everybody just being supportive and encouraging. And then all the drivers that did come on to sit down with us and talk to us, I'm appreciative and thankful for them to take the time out of their day, either driving or with their friends or their family. They could have done a million other things. So definitely a big shout out for all the drivers that came out.
Yeah, that was definitely something that was a bit different, and it was a little bit unexpected because we didn't really know how that was going to play out. We did try it out in a way at some of the U.S. Drift Circuit events where the guys would come over and we talk to them, and there'd be some drifting going on. But the major difference this time around is that this was a competition where serious battles were taking place. So these guys were tagging along, and we're like, we had no idea how it was going to go, and luckily went much better than what we expected. And like you mentioned, really appreciative of the drivers that came over to get interviewed, and they put their inputs on some of the actual battles themselves. So it actually was it was great to have their feedback from individuals that were actually in the competition, giving their, I guess you could say, professional opinion on the matter. Because, sure, we're in the sport, we been in it for such a long time, but it's you get a different opinion from somebody that's actually into it, and I thought that actually was great how it all turned out.
Yeah.
And then having them come right after they just lost a big battle,
Right.
yeah.
the fact that they would even come and do that, like having Adam LZ right there after he's blew up his transmission.
Louis Lazardi too.
Louis Lazardi.
Marco.
Marco,
Yeah.
even though he lost to his friend,
And he
but-
came he came over with the person he lost to, which is Alex Schlegel.
Briefly mentioning biggest issue on getting interviewed is everything was so tight and quick that making sure you had the time to interview is rough, while making sure your car is ready for the next run.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, because we want to get the drivers on, but at the same time, the priority for them is to compete.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, exactly.
really the best way for us in that time constraint and that tight schedule is to get them after.
Yeah,
You shut your phone up.
after they're. Yeah, I don't want them to feel like we're interviewing because they lost. You know.
No,
Yeah.
of course
But
not.
it's because it's like, hey, now you're out of, you're out of it. Now
You can relax.
You can like, okay, I'm out of it. You know, it's not we're not bothering you before you're before the competition.
Yeah, because we actually Adam LZ, he sat down with us and he actually had to get up and go because they thought he was going to have to battle.
Well, it was depending on.
Right.
It was depending if I think it was depending on a battle whether that Adam would go for
Right.
fifth.
Right.
So
So that's that. So let's go ahead and close that chapter again. Next event is October, right? Sometime around there.
October.
26th?
No, it's like the 11th and 12th, I believe.
11th.
it's the 17th.
That sounds right.
No, we were all different dates.
I'm gonna look it
It's
up
tomorrow.
because we're so professional with all this being.
Well, you're the kid with the information.
I
Come on,
am.
the kid with the info. God,
Yeah.
we're getting him a shirt that says "a kid with the info."
While that's taking place, let me go ahead and queue up. And it's actually great that we have world famous Chris Jackson here because this actually also applies to him as well.
Oh.
Oh,
wow.
Yep. Look at that.
So, gentlemen,
Oh, yeah, I'm there too.
Hey, look at us. Oh, that's my old Z too.
That's my old
That's
BMW
your old
too.
BMW.
So, gentlemen, give us a quick overview as to what's happening here today.
I was trying
in
to
this
cut the
video.
track.
Yeah.
Look at those advans.
I know,
They're so
those
nice.
are my wheels.
They're going backwards.
They're going backwards.
This was before I can't even
Why
say
did
before
you
I
go off
crashed
the
it.
track at the end? Like you were like out in the Everglades.
I was trying to stay wide for you.
No, I wasn't out there that time.
Well, I mean, I was trying to get you out here.
Yeah,
Here,
my-
well, here you go, it's Tim. He'll take it, and then he'll like all of a sudden he sharpens out.
I know. Well,
Hey, like right there. Oh, there's the end of the track.
I was
Okay,
letting you
so-
try to catch up, so we can have close tandems.
To give everyone a better picture as to what's going on, Tim Murphy over here in the red 350Z, and following closely behind is world famous Chris Jackson in his BMW
Oh,
30.
that's not too close. Wait, that's what
That's
the
2005 close.
Yeah, that's 2005. Yeah, that was after it was crashed. Yeah, after the carnage guy hit me, right? That was after So the car is just so slow now.
So just before we move on, just to have this corrected, October 10th and 11th is round 5 of
All right,
Clutch
good.
Kick.
All right.
So the kid was right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kid with the information.
I was close.
Close enough.
Yes, indeed. So, Tim,
Yes.
what brought you out to OSW?
So just to get more seat time.
Seat time.
Yeah, I haven't really been able to drift consistently in years, so I bought the Z to be able to do that, and then I was able to do that PBIR. I did like I think 3 events before the COVID thing shut the events down, so that was my first event. And the last event I did I think was in October at PBIR because the event what was the last event that we did at PBIR.
March.
March Madness.
But the last event at PBR,
was
You
March.
weren't there.
It was, yeah, you guys weren't there.
you were in
Ben
Puerto
and I-
Rico, Tim.
I was in
you
Puerto
were there.
Rico.
There's March Madness. And then before that, we had one in
That was your.
in February.
January or February. Street Kings, TRC.
That was
Street
the one that
Kings.
Paul did.
Yeah, I
right?
did.
Yeah,
I
that
did
was-
Street
yeah.
King.
Paul did that one. So I
And
did.
then we had my birthday,
That's the
December.
one, that was the last one. So December. It seems like a lot longer ago. But so December was last event, and then
No, it wasn't.
for
him.
me,
Oh, for you.
because then you
Oh,
did
okay.
the next event. We towed your
Okay,
car up
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so just reason why I was going out there is because I talked to Rich, and they're doing the private days about about a month or so before that. And I told him, hey, if you get one together, I want to go and do it. So I just need more seat time. I want more seat time, as much seat time as possible. So
And Chris, how did you end up there?
Talk to him. He's like, talk to Rich. So I'm like, okay, cool.
but you went the night before.
Yeah,
right?
like when I do it though, like I like to do like the day before, or like if we go up for the day before, we try to get a private day for the day after, just because it's like it's a big more deal for me. I think, like I got the big trailer and 2 cars, and like generally like we're bringing Bradley or we're bringing somebody else, and like that's like another car I get stuck.
So you want
working
to
on,
get
and
as
then
much seat time as
Brandon,
possible.
You know, Brandon's like my crew chief, and Like I guess I'm like Bradley's, but I'm also driving from my own car, so like it gets confusing and like there's always a lot to do.
Yeah.
And like my cars are like the most neglected out of all of them because I'm always working on everybody else's cars. So
My car.
yeah.
My car.
Yeah, my car's slightly less neglected, but probably more neglected in some ways.
Yeah. Abused.
Abused, yeah, whatever you want to call it.
That car has been in a lot of crap. Oh man.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's almost as bad as your 240 was.
which one? Which one?
Oh man.
The one we made a
The
convertible?
one you made.
Yeah.
The one you welded
Yeah.
together. Oh, God.
Yeah,
What was that
one
called? You
for-
called that? What did you
the
call
hatchable.
it? The hatchable.
That's
Hatchable. It was a hatch. Nissan never made a hatch body a convertible, so we made it ourselves.
A hatchable.
Yeah, hatchable.
And that car was fun to drive.
Yeah,
That car was so fast, and actually, like I would
You
say
still
two
have it, don't
recently.
you?
Yeah, so I still have it. I got a motor. It's made 405 wheel on
Ooh.
ethanol, so it made 250, 240, something like that before, and it was like super fast.
Yeah, that was quick.
So like now with 400 horsepower, it's
So you're
gonna,
gonna
be
bring it back out?
Yeah, it's got Wisefab on it. It's like a fun car. The motor's sitting in it now. We just don't have time to do anything. So, yeah. So basically, it's like your car going on right now. Like my E92, like the new one. I want to cage that one and do all that. And yeah, like the E30 definitely needs some love, but it's not gonna get fixed ever probably.
Chris, so I want your opinion because one of your customers actually went out to the event, and I want your opinion on his runs and maybe give your
Which
professional opinion
Let's
on,
get me
on his
surprised.
setup.
Oh god,
Okay,
put me on the
hang on.
spot.
No, hang on.
It looks like a cone from here.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay.
RIP headphone users.
Oh my God.
It's definitely a Z motor.
Oh my God.
Make it stop.
So his car's like tuned and it's got like a lot. It's not like just like your
It's
stock
like triple
crappy
trumpets.
Jeep.
Triple trumpets. Holy cow.
I feel like he's trying really hard. He shouldn't have to try this hard. Maybe not so much here, but before.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in third gear there.
Make it stop. Oh. Whew. That must be torture in there.
Hey, it sounds better in person.
I remember I was talking last time I was talking to him. He was having like a lot of driving problems. The car just didn't want to drive.
Really?
Yeah. So we basically found out like his alignment was off, and he was on some like really crappy front tires. So I don't know if this is before or after.
This was the same.
But wait,
Driving
there's
day.
more.
There you go.
As I said, RIP headphone users.
It seems like he doesn't want the angle. By the bottom left view, it just seems like he doesn't want to give an angle. No?
Yeah, you're right.
Like
You
he's like
don't wanna
trying to
stay-
baby angle everywhere.
Well,
Maybe
he's
it's
in
just the
comment
camera
zone.
though. Maybe it's,
I
sometimes
don't
you
know,
look through the GoPros and it doesn't really look
Where's
like
he going now?
you
Oh,
don't
okay.
have. Sometimes it doesn't look like you have all that much angle. You know.
That's true too.
Yeah, that,
Like now it looks like angle. It seems like he needs to be a little more confident, like on that transition. And but why does he like? I don't get the.
Just experience it. How many times
It
has he
seems
driven
like
the
the
oval?
car like wants to spin on him. Like that's why he's at the baby angle.
Yeah.
well, I've actually told them a lot to actually buy the GK Tech knuckle adapters, so that way it can have near parallel steer,
Yeah.
so that way he could stay on the throttle a lot more.
Yeah.
I think it would
Yeah.
really
It's like
help.
that's the way it is now. Like parallel steering is like everybody basically has parallel
Yeah, I
steering.
don't have it in my car.
Yeah, but it's
I just got
Well,
the. I just got the.
like
Yeah, you do.
You have the
do.
knuckles.
Oh, I
that
do.
gives you
Yeah,
parallel
you have the
still.
knuckle adapters. They give you
okay, I do.
almost
Yeah.
zero Ackerman.
yeah. So like most people are like
I don't
doing
even know what
like
I got.
left foot braking is like a thing now, like nonstop left foot braking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the whole like scrubbing with the Ackerman is not really a thing much anymore. So
Yeah.
doing it with your left foot
Interesting.
kind of more of a more common now than it used to be.
Gabriel wrote, my caster was too high and the grippy tires helped.
Oh, he's there. Yeah, the tires, front tires are so important. Like, really important. Like, especially on the OSW Oval, I'm really afraid to watch out on initiation. Like,
Yeah.
it goes through my head every time I'm running up towards the wall. And I'm like, I really don't want to watch out. So, like, I really, really, really love good front tires.
Yeah,
The back is where you can cheap out and get some crap if, you're just trying to have
Right.
fun. But the front, I really always like having a really sticky front tire.
Yeah, I'm
I
the
have
same.
80 treadwear tires on the front of the E30.
Oh
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
I used to just run regular. It didn't.
I have it in my head that it's gonna like the drive shaft loop thing, not having that.
Oh.
Like if the drive shaft comes down at pole vault, it's always in the back of my head. Like I'm really afraid of pole vault. That's like one of my scariest things.
It would happen to
How
you.
often does that
Yes,
happen?
it would happen to you.
You're right, it would happen to you.
So like, in the back of my head, I'm like, man, like that's gotta be so crazy. That thing drops out of the car and then it flips over on itself. Like,
Have you ever
but
been in
then,
a car when it does that?
Maybe I've had like a dream, like it just doesn't stop. I'm just going to like I don't know, but like it's just always there. Like I'm really afraid of like pole vaulting and washing out in the front into a wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
that,
And I've
But-
never done either. Stop.
yeah.
But anyway, if people were wondering who that was our Wrangler.
Yeah, it was
Gabriel
our
Jordan.
Wrangler. Yep.
So,
At OSW.
No, he was doing pretty good.
yeah, he was doing good. I know.
That was the first time he's ever slid an oval, right?
No,
I
no,
think
no, no.
I think that
No?
was
Oh,
his
that's what he
second
said.
time
Yeah.
there.
Second time.
Oh, second time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yep.
with the good front tires and having this caster setting, I'm sure.
I'm
the
not
car-
confident in the Z yet. Like with the E30, I used to, I had a lot more confidence in it because
Yeah.
I drove the car for so long. I did not feel comfortable.
The
on the
Z's,
oval.
I don't know. I
on
feel
the
like
oval
the
at all.
Z's like on like slower speed stuff, like skid pad and the kart track, and like slower speed stuff. The Z's are just so easy.
Yeah.
Like the feedback comes.
Right.
Like you feel what the car is doing so much. I feel like the E30 just does what it wants. Like you don't have any idea what's going on. Like when I first got the car, I was just like, which way's the wheel pointed? Like I just had
Yeah.
no
But
idea.
if, I don't know. I drove it for so long that I had so much confidence in it.
Yeah, but then going to E92, we just slapped Wisefab on it, eyeballed the alignment, never put toe plates on it. Don't even have the upper camber plates because I got some cheap garbage coilovers that factory size don't even go on the camber plates. So it's like most of a Wisefab kit in the front, and it is so crisp and nice and like you feel everything. Like I love it. I don't care what people say. The E92 is awesome.
That's what James Dean said as well. He's,
Yeah,
he
Chelsea
just,
hates them.
Chelsea
does
hates him. Yeah, he
Hates
does.
him.
He does.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. Like I even thought of listening to him on this one, but Chelsea's usually right about everything.
Right.
But
Yeah.
on this one, I think I really like the car. So I drove it today. I love it. It's great.
Yeah, because James Dean built one just for a fun car, and he said he loved it.
Yeah,
loved everything about it.
He's and like the Eurofighter, like
And then he has
Yeah,
a
he-
Eurofighter.
he
yeah.
has a
sick
Eurofighter.
chassis. I'm gonna call mine the Freedom Fighter. Just
Freedom fighter.
yeah.
So no, what about Englishtown is taking place? You wanted to
It's taking
mention
place
that.
this weekend.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Gambler.
they got the Gambler going on right now on the new Drift Stadium. That is like looks like a pretty big figure 8. I'm pretty sure they can run multiple layouts on that. But this is supposed to be the new track that Formula D was supposed to go to this year, but COVID kind of canceled that out. But FD will be going there 2021, and there's a lot of drivers from the Clutch Kickers event. That
Let me ask you something. Did they decommission the drag strip?
yes, the drag strip has been out of commission
Is that in like where they would hook? Is that in the area where they would?
No, it's across the street, technically.
What?
I'm not sure.
No,
I'm
like I'm
the
saying,
drift
like-
track is it's at the old drag strip. They took the old drag strip and they
Oh, the new one.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's Englishtown.
It's Englishtown.
I'm sure I get confused with those. Englishtown. What's the other one?
you're
The
talking
one
about
that's near
Wall?
Englishtown.
Wall.
Wall. Is
Yeah.
it Wall? That,
Wall's the
then-
oval.
Wall's the oval.
I'm trying to think. Whenever we go to Jersey, we always go somewhere else the next day.
See, I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
so-
two
okay,
tracks.
Wall-
There's Englishtown, and then there's Wall.
Wall
which is
was-
not Englishtown.
which
It's
is
all
not,
haze
and
for
then,
Chris
And then
Jackson.
there's Englishtown the next day. So I gotta
Yeah.
flip. That's
They
what
transport him there. He doesn't actually go.
I
there.
have
He just
no
goes-
idea.
He just arrives.
I'm pretty sure like Jersey has a bar that every time you buy a drink they give you a free pizza. It's like it's a lot of fun. I think Jersey's one of the fun rounds.
So yeah, but I mean, they took the drag strip a few years ago. They decommissioned it and they used it for like a car lot for a little while.
Oh, Copart, yeah.
Yeah, Copart, yeah.
Used it for an auction lot.
Yeah, and so then after that, I guess they decided to make a drift track out of it, and it's a pretty cool setup because the drag strip tower is on the back. You start from under it, and then
Are there any photos or?
There was a
We're
video.
live like a couple hours ago.
yeah,
There's videos.
There's videos now on Instagram.
Fine.
But
On Instagram?
on Instagram. Well, I mean, I think Drift HQ has a few
Yeah,
videos.
Drift HQ definitely has.
On Instagram.
Oh, I'll try to pull it up.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Deprived Drifter too. Lucas
Now, what I
from
wanted to
Drift
know-
HQ had a-
Thomas Miata, also.
Well, I was wondering if on the straight or where the drag strip was, is that going to be super grippy? Like, are they going to hit it? There's going to be like a Mario Kart, like he'll take off. Like,
Well, I mean, after so many years of not having drag cars on it, I don't think it's going to be very.
how long
grippy.
has it been decommissioned?
Few years now. I think when
It
was it?
doesn't- yeah, that doesn't look
2015,
very grippy.
2016, around there.
I don't.
There's a picture of it right
Maybe
there.
even earlier.
Yeah, it doesn't look very
Yeah.
grippy.
Hang on, let me try to pull that up over here.
Because there's new pavement and then the old pavement.
Oh, so it's like right through the drag strip.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
put two and two together. Just like Sebring's new logo has a 12 in it for like 12 hours. The R is a 12.
Yeah.
I was like getting coffee and I was like, wait, that makes sense.
I think that's a video, Ben.
Can't
It
believe
was,
it.
it was probably I go to Chris's shop today, right, to get alignment, and then Chris
Oh,
says
what?
here.
That's
Not
what
alignment.
happened today.
No,
Brakes.
brake change, whatever.
Alignment.
I'm getting old.
Your alignment.
He did
Brake
brakes, the
change.
car still pulls to the left. I can't believe it.
There you go.
But
you
he
go.
hands me a flyer and it was
Ben,
this
press
social
play.
drifting thing, and your mom's like, "Oh, okay, fine, we'll use it."
So this might
Yeah,
be
it's
a
online
video.
now too. If you go on the Instagram, it's there.
All right, so they start from under the drag strip and they go right into the
Big figure eight.
A big figure eight.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It is. It's a big figure eight.
I
So
mean,
the
they
white
just,
was the drag strip?
Yep.
yeah. I guess they tore up all the rubber and everything that was there before.
No, they left the drag strip totally alone.
Yeah, they
just
left it
had-
alone. Why would they take it out to put the wrong pavement?
Well, no. They didn't take out the drag strip. I'm just saying, like, all the old rubber that was there is probably all gone.
I mean, it
So
looks
it's not-
fun.
Yeah, and if you look at it, because the drag strip runs right through it, I mean, you could run multiple layouts. I mean, you don't have to start from there. You can go all the way to the back circle or whatever, and then or like in the middle of transition, you could transition into another circle. I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be a figure eight. There's a lot that can be done there. But
Did they
yeah,
move the grandstands, or they were just that far away?
no, that's
They're that
how
far away.
that's how far away they
That's
are.
kind of crazy.
It's
Because they
perfect
run
for,
a lot of top
like
fuel or something?
spectators.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Top Fuel and Funny Car used to run there, and any
Oh, okay.
closer, you're pretty much
Yeah,
almost
you're
about to die.
can't
They
breathe.
did a thing with drag racing, I don't know, remember how long it was, but they moved the walls to the drag strip closer, and they found out it was safer for the cars to run with a closer wall to them than having them do like a full 90 and dead hit a wall. That it was better to have them like hit it, and
So they
keep
don't
going
get enough.
straight
There's not enough momentum to get
to
to the
get
wall.
into the wall, like
Right.
so they can't like
bowling
head on
alley
collision. to
Yeah,
wall.
there's less space for the car to turn
Yeah, to
sideways
do
and
it
hit
and
head
hit
on.
it dead on. Yeah,
It'll just kind of bounce off
like
the
all
wall.
the drag strips like made the drag strips narrower. I forgot
Yeah.
when it was.
Yeah, I've seen that where a lot of drag strips are narrow. It's kind of scary, like when you go into these 10,000 horsepower cars and it's just like that's all you have to like
Yeah.
move the car because those cars don't go straight. But I mean, enough of that. We're talking about drifting here. So
He was talking to himself. He was talking to himself. Okay, I'm going on. Enough of that, Noel. Wait,
Hand signals.
Noel.
Hand signals.
no, I could go on and talk about drifting. I mean, or drag racing a lot. Anyway,
Is that like Beyonce? What was it?
Noel. That's his little airbending.
Well. Oh, we got to make up a dance.
Yeah, exactly.
great.
Noel approves.
Noel approves.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Noel approves.
that's one of the events happening, or that's the event
I'm gonna
happening
watch it,
right now. They should have a live stream.
They better have a live stream.
Something's going on right now, though.
It was
No.
so boring there.
Yeah.
It was?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, like I was watching like Lucas, and Lucas was like fixing his brakes, and like as soon as he finished, it just like hurricane,
Oh,
like
jeez.
like Florida rain in Jersey.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad.
Is
Yeah.
there like a tropical storm up there taking place?
I have no idea.
Well, it's storming everywhere
You
now.
have your phone?
Shut up.
So, but yeah, it's really
So
cool.
they had early bird practice on the 23rd?
Yes,
So they had like,
One yesterday?
practice today, too?
today was practice, maybe qualifying. I'm not very sure how they're running that, but tomorrow's the main event. And I think this is a big look into the future of drifting, especially with the way tracks are going to be laid out now, with the spectators being able to surround the whole track.
Well, is Robert Goodwin going to be here? Because then he always runs a live stream from his
Yeah,
camera.
he's there. I saw a live stream
He
from
lives
him.
up there. He lives in Pennsylvania or something like that.
Yeah,
no,
he lives-
I think he lives in I don't know. Well,
Connecticut?
he'll tell us.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Robert Goodwin's a real cool guy, awesome photographer. But yeah, he's there. He runs a little bit of a live stream there. And yeah, so
Because he runs a live stream at every Clutch Kickers event. That was the last one I watched. Was his.
yeah.
So
So that's our Facebook page.
Yeah. it
Yeah.
is.
So I'm just queuing this up because I forgot who did this. Wait, hang on.
What?
Let me just go ahead and. Was it you, Noah, that put this up? This video of the Mustang?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
so I haven't even looked at it because I
What is
figured.
that, hatchback Mustang?
I figured.
That's the
It's an
Mustang
SUV.
Mach-E. That's the Mustang Mach-E. It's all electric.
Oh God.
Crossover. I
Noise.
can't stand the sound. I'm not an EV guy, but the video is cool. It's
Okay,
a cool
well,
video.
let's watch
It's
it.
all the Mustangs. Ken Block.
Wait, you want to watch the whole thing?
No.
Oh, okay. I
Chelsea
just want to make
DeNova?
sure. Well, obviously it's the driver introduction.
Who's that?
Haley Deegan, she's a road racer.
Yeah. I mean, they have it
In the
against this
middle,
thing, yeah,
and
in
it's
the
just
middle.
gonna destroy everything,
I
right?
mean, he does. But let's go to the more relevant part.
Is that four-wheel drive? Four-wheel
God,
drive.
why does it sound like that?
It really sounds like that? No way.
Well, I think they exaggerated the sound.
Yeah, the drift testing. This is the important
But
part.
it's like you don't exaggerate the 350Z. Why? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, and he just totally smoked Chelsea. Look how he just went by him like nothing because he drives the E.
Well, it's 4-wheel drive.
No, they switched to rear wheel drive for that.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, it can be. I read a thing on that. It can be front, rear, or all.
But that's not the car that's gonna come out and be for sale.
No.
Just hype. That's all.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts, gentlemen, on that?
It sounds horrible.
That's horrible.
I'm not a fan of
It
EVs.
can't sound like that in real life.
No,
Nobody
it-
wanna buy it.
No,
You do.
they obviously put a microphone.
It almost seems like people complained about the electric cars not having a sound. And it's like, well, we'll give it a sound.
Just have a bunch of
High
trumpets.
frequency.
High frequency, like, well, the 350Z
Why is it so
doesn't
big?
sound. Yeah, it is big.
Well, that's supposed
Well,
It's an
it's
SUV.
a crossover.
SUV. It's electric. It's
It-
supposed to like compete with like the Tesla model.
Crowds of people are screwed. They're just getting bigger and bigger.
Now I can go off road.
Yeah.
You can hear it. And it can go off road.
Your
Wow.
kill count is going to go up at least 15.
Godlike.
Wait, the first 4 rows are enough for people. You get 6, 8, 8 people now.
Have you ever seen the Hoonigan videos where they have the electrical vehicles do the test drifting? All you hear is just tire rows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're
Well, that was
pushing
who did it in
800
FD?
Was that?
Yeah, he knows. He
Oh,
knows.
the Napoleon.
You do it.
The
Yeah, the Camaro.
the
Yeah,
Camaro.
the Camaro.
Weirdest thing in the world to see drift
It's
in real life. It was horrible.
yeah. I didn't like it.
Cannot
No, he
hear
doesn't have a
anything.
he doesn't have a gearbox though, right? It's just
He doesn't have a gearbox, but he does have a clutch pedal.
Okay, but we did see something. What
It doesn't
were we
do
looking
anything,
at?
but
It
it's
doesn't do anything.
There was an electric motor that's coming out that looks similar to V8 that was going to be made for swaps and stuff. What were remember?
The-
what
Yeah, and you know what? I looked.
Chevy, GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I looked
And
into
then you
it.
put a gearbox
put a
on it,
gearbox on
and
it,
that'd probably be more functional for drifting.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
here's the problem. I looked into it, and their high spec motor is only 240 horsepower.
Yeah, but how much torque?
It doesn't matter if you can't spin. If you can't spin them, I mean, what?
Well, you spin
that-
on torque, not
You
on
can
horsepower.
spin. Yeah, but all right, but it's still not enough power. You can't get
200
top.
200 horsepower electric motor
It's not the same.
Different, yeah.
the same. Like remember 35 horsepower
Yeah.
electric motor on a mill?
Yeah.
That's a lot. So on an electric motor,
I don't know how to convert
Yeah.
it exactly.
It
but
look. It's simple. Yeah, it might.
Look, it's simple.
Look, it's
Look,
simple.
I'm the kid with the information.
It's not enough.
It's really
It has,
simple.
it has a lot of torque. It has a lot of torque, so it's
how
gonna.
much does it have? How much? What's the number?
I don't even know what the number is.
It's got a lot,
the
though.
point
It's
is-
got so much, though.
The point is, it can move
You're the
a
kid
lot
with
of
the
weight,
information.
but it can't go fast.
Well, isn't like the
Kind of like the
the
Accord.
horsepower equation
like
is
the
like how
Accord.
much to move like you
Kinda
know
like his
1
Accord,
pound
no.
of weight, certain distance.
It's like his Accord. It can move a lot of weight,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't
Yeah.
go fast.
Yeah.
But like the thing is like I think other drivers were freaked out about because you can't hear any throttle modulation. You can't hear anything.
Right, because
No.
you really don't look at the RPM gauge. You're going by the.
No, I'm saying like if you're tandem with the guy, you
Yeah.
can't hear his motor, you can't hear throttle mod, you can't hear anything.
Yeah, what the hell is he
you
doing?
don't know if he's accelerating, you don't know anything. It's, like,
Yeah.
it's just silence coming towards you.
Yeah,
Your tires screeching. That's it.
Yeah.
interesting. I don't think it's an ugly looking car.
I just
but,
hope it doesn't make it to drifting.
But I think, like you said, it's to compete against a Tesla SUV. So
Yeah.
they're trying to hype it up.
So anyway, I've been vocal about EVs. Like I'm not a big fan of them.
Is that the term that he used? EVs?
yeah, electrical vehicles.
He's got a whole he's got a whole segment on it.
And I'm not even.
Because EV makes like a speaker, electric voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they do. He's
well-
right.
I have some EVs over there.
And I'm not a big fan of crossovers or SUVs, but the video is cool. Aside from the sound of the thing, that's
Yeah.
horrendous. But it is a cool video, and you know,
Did Chelsea drive it? Because he said this thing was amazing. I think.
I never saw him drive it, but I'm pretty sure he had a shot at it. Why not?
Yeah,
You know?
they're all there, of course. I'm sure they want everybody to drive.
I know
it.
that Ken Block drove it, and he thought it was cool. And Vaughn was the one driving it there, obviously, and you know he's, of course, he's a representative of Ford,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pretty sure he is excited about it as well. So
We'll
you know,
see
we'll see when the actual production Mach E comes out.
what it looks like, right?
Well, yeah, we already know what it looks like. There's
It
pictures.
doesn't look like that though.
No,
I watched some-
that
I
one
wa-
looks cool though.
I saw someone who drift the Tesla SUV, and he said it felt awesome. Actually, he said it really felt awesome.
Really? Wow. I mean,
Yeah, because that can go in rear-wheel drive mode as well.
oh, that's awesome.
I would love a Tesla. Like they're awesome, but I wouldn't want to like do any motorsports.
No, just to drive it
Just to
around.
drive around. They're just sick.
Uh,
In Vegas, there's like a lot of them have Ubers have Teslas. So like,
Oh wow!
Oh, really?
yeah. So like I'm like it's great. Like getting like you'll punch it. Like it's
I think
sweet.
they make good daily drivers,
So
but
that's what's going to be. Oh, yeah, it totally looks
Oh
like an
god,
SUV.
that's horrible.
yeah.
Imagine all the crowd like that.
What is
It's
with that?
bigger for more
What is
maximum
that thing
pound.
in the front?
It's a horse.
It's a horse.
No, I mean like around that whole like shaping of it.
I guess
like,
they wanted to
it
make
looks like
it.
it's supposed to be cut out, but they forgot.
Push it.
Yeah, like where it's like
we have
it's
to push it out.
like optional. Like
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, it would look.
like
it
it's
looks
like
better.
grill, but not.
Yeah. That's what I like about the Teslas. There's no grill. So
That blue one has a grill though.
Yeah, hit that blue one. Yeah,
Yeah.
see that looks better than that red. The red one just like, hey, we forgot to put that piece in.
It's just kind of weird how that's called a Mustang.
I mean,
they
it
have the
doesn't
same
even
taillights.
like
Look at
have
the taillights.
like yeah,
Yeah.
just the taillights, but body lines or anything like nothing.
It's like the
Mustang-like.
Ferrari made that
It reminds me
hatchback.
kind of like the Aztec, the Pontiac Aztec.
oh gosh.
Oh, no, that's
That little
horrendous.
rear window
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you see
yeah.
that? I see like
I don't know why. Why did they call it a Mustang? I guess just to try to get.
because every guy in the world that loves Mustangs, be like, I need to have this one.
an SUV form. It's the best of both worlds.
Tim's a Ford guy.
Yeah, for trucks only.
Yeah. Tim's like Fords.
Yeah, I do. How's your transmission?
Great.
No, it's not. You liar.
Yeah, it is. The
You told me
control
you tried-
module's not that great.
Well, that's part of the transmission.
Yeah, it's only at like 69 degrees and colder. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
do you guys see this as a precursor to?
Oh, I like the.
SUVs.
I missed the cop car. You saw the cop car one?
Right there.
No, the
Yeah.
cop car. I have to bring
Yeah.
it back up.
That's
Police
okay.
are getting.
But in the meantime, do you guys see this as a precursor for potential SUVs competing in professionally and
Well,
in a drift series?
No.
we can't, right?
No, right now,
It's not in the rules. You can't drive
the
a truck.
rules are no
I still think
SUVs or
they
pickup
need to
trucks.
make a truck class. I think that would all
In the Noki days, the Honda Element.
the Honda
Yeah, the
Element.
elephant.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Honda. It did. It did.
yeah.
I mean, I think they should make an all truck class. I think there'd be some
I hate
people like a
drifting
Tacoma. No,
I hate drifting trucks.
No, I don't. I like the ones that, especially the old school one that actually he wasn't at the last clutch. He wasn't at the last round, but I think he was at round one or round
Tacoma
two.
guy?
Yeah, the old
Yeah, he
school.
blew it up.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
you mean
That's
the?
a cool-
It's a Mitsubishi or a
No, my
Dodge.
favorite one's the guy with the Jeep. The Jeep Cherokee?
No.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's my favorite car to watch go around the track.
No, no.
It wheel hops and he just doesn't care. It just the whole it hops around the whole thing and he just lets it go.
Oh man.
Until the tires are like wire, it hops around the whole entire thing. It's
Wow.
great.
Is this what
That's
you guys
it.
are talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, that I mean
No.
that's great because you know the cops will never catch you.
But if they do, you're
And
dead.
they'll always be getting
They
repaired.
only got
so
300 more miles
There'll
left.
be less cops on the road because
They're
that'll
driving a
never
Ford.
work. Yeah.
I see where you're going with that. Yeah, not true.
And I like the light on the right side. It's got dual lights.
It's a concept.
Nice. The
It's
same
not
wheel.
real. It's not real.
Huh?
But you might hear it coming because you have that whining noise.
Yeah.
So
There's like 19-inch Steelies.
somebody even made a Shelby rendition. That's funny.
And
Yeah, I don't want to
No.
beat this dead horse.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
let's It's a dead. It's a dead horse.
it's literally a dead
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah, it literally is.
Oh,
boy.
God.
Gentlemen, is there anything else you wanted to bring up?
I don't know how much time we got because I know we were talking about the FD, like how far driftings had come, but I don't know if we have time for that.
I
Yeah.
don't know either. I'm surprised nobody else has any further questions for our guest of honor over here.
No. Not as cool as I used to be. I'm getting old.
Yeah. I do want to say that even though we're going through this COVID thing and everything right now, professional drifting is starting to make a comeback. Today in Japan, D1 had their first round, and the A90 Supra got its first win. with-
Oh, did it win?
Who?
Yeah, Masato Kawabata with a 3UZ powered A90 Supra. That's interesting.
Speaking of that, I have SC4.
How fast did it look?
what?
Well, I didn't
didn't watch?
I didn't
Oh.
watch it yet, but it was
That's the
raining
one that,
over
yeah,
there.
Oh,
front
okay.
black.
Convertible?
So
How's that
there's
convertible?
not much there. And then I know that Drift Masters is coming back in about 3 weeks. So there's that. And then, of course, FD starts in September. So, I mean, we'll have a show before then. But just so that way people will have something to look forward to.
Didn't you say there was a driver coming from Japan for the final round of clutch kickers?
Yes, Toshi, or also known as GoGo180SX on Instagram, is going to be bringing his 180SX.
Oh, let me pull that up here.
Yeah,
Yeah, follow him on Instagram.
yeah.
What's it called again?
GoGo180SX, all one word.
180S.
Oh, one. Yeah. Well.
Hopefully I get it right. Yep.
That's
Okay.
him. There
Yeah.
you go.
So all the black cars is S15. That's not what he's bringing. So if you scroll down, you'll see his 180.
But it's very Japanese style.
Well, he's in Japan.
There's
so.
No, but I'm saying it's slow. It's not fast.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Well-
but it's a small track, so he should be fine.
Is that turbo?
Wait,
That works?
no, it's sitting on the hood.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
yeah.
Oh, now it's adjustable.
you turn it to how much power you want.
Adjustable and Bluetooth. I love it. What's
So,
that
yeah.
say? What's that say, Ben?
Where?
The description.
Now left to do is the fuel setup. Or yeah.
Yeah, fuel setup, gearbox, and a couple of other small things in the car.
No, above that.
So he's actually bringing that car over.
The same thing, but in Japanese.
Funny, Chris.
But yeah, that's the car that's coming. Is a Neo VVL.
It's got to be on its
SR20.
way now, though, because if he wants to get it here, it's probably on his way now.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean that's gonna be exciting. I mean, you know,
Forever broke. I like that.
so
That'd be interesting.
yeah, well, I would love to see somebody from over there.
It's
you know.
pretty cool that somebody from that far is coming over to make
That's
that trip.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That tells you how much of an impact Clutch Kickers is having on the drift scene worldwide.
oh yeah, and people are watching worldwide. I know people from Australia watching, and just anywhere around the world. It's crazy. So
Let's see. Watch
that's
it.
his S15.
Really small steering wheel,
It is, right?
right? Like,
Nice.
Spicy. Yeah, passengers
Yeah.
thinking like, "Are you sure you know what
Every
you're
time I
doing?" there?"
watch the videos from Japan, because when I first started learning, most of my years learning how to drift, I never had an e-brake, so I got used to clutch kicking everywhere. And I gotta go. I don't know. I don't like really.
what's he have for a handbrake in there? Like nothing?
It's there. It's like a stock.
it's stock.
Yeah, like
Stock.
stock thing.
Yeah, but he doesn't e-brake entry. He's just all.
Yeah, just go in.
All just
I like that.
initiation.
Well, most
I got to
of
go
the-
back to that.
But like the majority of the tracks, you don't really have to use an e-brake. The only exception probably the
Ben, have you seen most people
Yeah.
drive now? It's like turn e-brake, e-brake,
Yeah.
e-brake, turn e-brake, e-brake,
E.
e-brake, e-brake.
No.
Yeah, it's way
I don't feel
different.
like I break enough compared to some of these people I watch on the internet.
Yeah, you watch anybody's video.
I feel like every time they do anything, they feel like they need to touch the e-brake.
But it's also
Yeah,
the
every
style.
transition e-brake.
Do I do it?
No, but I watched one of
Yeah.
your videos. I was like, man, you pull the e-brake a lot, and he was like, yeah, well, I don't know.
Well,
you-
the
I
way
don't know
cars
what I'm
are-
doing
we're
while I'm
talking about-
driving. I have no idea. Like I couldn't tell you what I just did.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the
Everything
same
just
way.
comes natural.
But you were saying you're breaking axles a lot because
Yeah.
I rarely ever use the e-brake in that car except when I was doing higher speed entries
Yeah, well, I mean, it works.
for high speed entries. But like OSW, I'm e-brake entry. I'm like, I feel like an idiot.
You don't e-brake entry? It was like the oval?
At the oval, I didn't in E30.
No,
No, when I had E30, I didn't.
I don't know. I feel like
I just clutch kick it, and I think that's just so much better.
You can't clutch kick fourth in that car. Every time.
Well, I
clutch
never
kick
did
it's
fourth.
gone.
I was at 325 on oval. Was perfect.
Yeah, 324 the oval.
You fourth
Yeah,
gear?
fourth gear. Yeah,
Oh, no, I was third gear.
yeah, fourth gear. It's
Really?
PBIR like 910, fourth gear.
Every time I would go on fourth gear in that car, I
It
would
breaks though. When you clutch kick it, it breaks.
Yeah, I never used fourth
Yeah, that's
gear. I was
why you're
always
not
in third
supposed to
gear.
use fourth.
I was never in fourth gear in that car. I was always in
I
third.
use fourth.
I was. You know why? The
It's
biggest
better
problem.
now. It's better now with the 356 or 363 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, with the 325, I never went in the fourth gear, but I was also worried I was gonna hit second because it's so sloppy.
Oh, horrible.
Like I was like,
Horrible.
okay, I got in the third. I'm just gonna let it go.
Yeah,
leave it
no,
there
was-
because.
yeah, the share until that. you
Yeah,
gotta
the
come to it
shifter, the
now.
BMW shifters suck.
This
Yeah.
one was like missing the bushings.
Did you get the?
yeah, you gave it to me.
Yeah, that's right. I did.
It feels great.
Yeah, it's better.
I had to like make the linkage a custom.
It is
but
right.
It's like
for the price you paid
it
for
feels
it. Yeah,
too
it's great.
good because I'm like not used to it.
I know.
So I'm like, wow, like.
I
click,
told you about it. That's
click.
right. I was like, take this.
Like,
That's
it
right.
goes in
I was wondering
gear.
where I
It goes in
was wondering. I was
gear.
like, the other day I was looking for it. I was like, what did I do with that? I gave it to you.
Yeah, no, dude, it's like it's crazy how good it is.
Yeah,
but
finish
like,
my car.
Yeah. Well, actually, next,
So anyway,
we're doing that right now. We're gonna go to the shop and
No, you're not. Liar.
I actually out of Argon, on the nose Friday, right as the store closes, Argon's gone. So tomorrow's Argon day.
All right.
No, what were you gonna say?
I don't know what I was gonna say. I was just like they're just rambling on about their car.
Attack will today will keep Tim away. That's too true.
Gabriel mentioned they don't hydro street cars in Japan. That it doesn't pass the Shokin inspections.
What?
Oh,
What he just said what that guy wrote. But
what?
I didn't- what?
Huh?
He
doesn't pass
They
the.
don't put hydros in Japan because it doesn't pass
The street car.
the streetcar inspection.
Oh. Thank you, Gabby. See, he's like our wrangler, and he's the kid with the information.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
He just
Your
lost it.
title is in jeopardy there, no?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to get fired, I guess.
Way to fight for it.
He's a notary. It's
Yeah,
okay.
he's a notary. It's okay. He
got
never
it.
thought when he was young. He never thought he'd grow up to be a notary public,
Ah, here we
straight
go.
killing it.
Stamping his way to victory.
No, I guess not.
Oh, that's what he said.
Anyway, so I forgot to mention that also FD Japan starts August 1st, so that's
There you
another
go.
one.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Were they going to do a 2-round series too as well?
No, I think they're going all the way till December.
Why
I
not
think
just
it's
run
already
it through the winter?
It's almost August already. So
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
So
going on
next
here?
week it starts next week.
Poor Noah.
oh,
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, no worries.
Jeez.
you should put that on a shirt, like that whole thing. On a
Yeah,
shirt.
on a shirt. I thought about it.
Chris,
I'll do
final
it.
thoughts?
No, not really. Thanks guys for having me and letting do this. This is fun. I didn't have to crash it this time. Most of the time I just have to come unannounced. So
No.
it's cool to actually be invited.
Well, see, that's the thing is you can't come unannounced because you never remember where I live. Every time you come here, text me the address.
yeah.
So that corner getting off of right to that 84, that little.
It looks so perfect, doesn't
Oh,
it?
fuck.
That thing was
Wait.
fun.
It looks
Thoughts?
yeah, I know that.
Yo.
But you never know if somebody's coming. So
That
it's kind of like,
guitar is so bright.
I know.
Oh, dude, it changes colors. Like I was like, Deluxer has nothing on
Are you
this thing.
talking about the Hard Rock Hotel?
Yes, I couldn't believe how bright it was at this time.
Yeah.
They've
I know.
not seen it
It
yet?
looks like
It was, yo, you can see it from like here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the brightest thing in the world.
Yeah. If,
That's what I was thinking about the whole way here. I was like, I can't believe how bright that is.
every time I drive and I see it from a distance, I was like, that's a big.
I just don't know how
guitar.
it doesn't knock planes out of the sky. I mean, gosh.
It's
So
funny,
them-
from the plane, you can't really see it.
Yeah.
Really?
Light, you can't
It's
see
because
it.
of the
I-
angle.
I try looking for it.
It's because of the angle.
I've never
Huh.
noticed it
I
until
tried to
like
take
tonight.
pictures from a plane,
Yeah.
you just-
Really?
We're talking about the Hard Rock Hotel. It's a big guitar,
Yeah.
the one in Seminole.
Yeah.
In Hollywood, Florida.
yeah.
Florida.
It is
If you're not
crazy.
from around the area, you wouldn't know because there's not many tall buildings here. So
No.
That thing is pretty massive.
It's huge.
It's a massive guitar.
I could. That's my thoughts for tonight. Is that
That's his final thought.
That's
That's his final thought.
I'm gonna go home thinking about this. Like,
Oh
damn.
man, that's a big
That
guitar.
and my microwave.
You gonna
makes
get to watch-
popcorn perfectly, by the way. Just to let you know. Yeah. Like, it's great. Next time
Yeah.
you come over, I'll show you. It's sensor technology.
It's gonna
by
make you a
Whirlpool.
bag of popcorn.
It's amazing.
Wow, that's really
Yeah.
broke.
Bring your own popcorn.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be broke by the time I get there next time. It stopped working. But
Nah,
if I hit it,
amazing. You know what I don't understand? So like you're not supposed to microwave like metal in the microwave.
Right.
There is metal a rack in my microwave.
it's
Yeah, but it's
different.
coated.
It's different. It's,
Metal in the microwave. Like,
It's,
so why can't they just tell you what coatings you're
He,
allowed to
wait,
put in
he
the
got- it's the
microwave?
kid with all the information. Why is
Yeah.
that?
I don't know.
Come on.
I just
Wait, you were just
I
saying.
was just told that as a kid, and that now it's
know.
stuck.
But I got metal in my microwave.
There's metal in the microwave.
yeah,
Yeah,
but the inside is plastic, but then there's all. Anyways, we're getting off topic here.
My rack's metal.
How did we get on microwaves?
Yeah,
my final thoughts. Just
final thoughts.
wondering.
I love how Ben isn't moderating this at all. He's just
I'm just letting it flow because I'm curious where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just pull up sensor technology.
No, we're not gonna pull up sensor technology in Whirlpool.
Anyway, no, this is great. It was
This
fun.
is. Oh man.
Yeah, so the 29th, that's what I remembered. So like I'm gonna give you guys like actual bios on drivers. So
Well,
when
thank
the
you.
drivers go to register,
Oh.
they have an option. Well, they don't have an option. They have to put most of the information in. You do have an option for like car mods and stuff, but fill it out as best you can, and your sponsors especially. And you have an option to upload a picture of your car, so we can
Do it.
share it on Instagram.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to talk cool about you guys
Mm-hmm.
and shout out your sponsors and do all that stuff on the stream. So
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
don't do it, then we can't say anything about
yeah,
you. So.
if not, then you're getting.
Which may be a good thing.
so I
And
guess that
signals.
makes it official that we are going to be live.
Oh yeah, you
streaming
guys
it.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be there.
We hadn't announced that yet,
By
but
the way,
here it is.
there.
Oh, by the way,
Have some of his nuts.
Oh boy.
I'm good. Yeah, not on camera.
Yeah, you make it look better.
if the price is right.
Oh boy. All right, folks. Just want to thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we hope to see you next time.
And
Take
also
care.
follow us.
Oh, that's right. My
Yeah.
apologies. Yeah, go ahead.
So let's so just letting you know, follow us on Facebook at Drift Sessions, which is 2 words separately, on Instagram, which is 1 word, Drift Sessions, and of course, since you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe and like our videos. Thank you very much.
Hit the bell icon.
That's it.